How y'all doing today, chat? Y'all know the drill. Get in here now. We're learning. We're doing the knowledge. We're gonna listen to a roundtable. I know it's been viral. It's been a lot of influential people inside this here TED Talk. I mean, this here roundtable. Black men trust black women. A special roundtable discussion. Our men can support the movement. How can we support the movement? I like it when we have the things that make me think and have to do the knowledge. And then immediately after that, I am going into the ratchetness of Druski. Entertainment purposes. I love to hear how y'all been. I miss y'all. Y'all miss me? If you haven't, I'm coming through your TV. It's your boy KC Nelson, variety streamer. I want to say shout out to everybody who helped the boy. Shout out, shout out, shout out. Thank y'all for all y'all have done. For baby Nelson on the way. Nelson X is coming. Thank you, Woody. Thank you. Big bro, thank you, mom. Thank you, dad. Thank you, auntie. Everybody hit the registry. Thank you to the anonymous subscribers. Oh man, I'm so excited. I'm about to be a father, chat. Oh man. And it started dropping bombs in Iran. It's crazy. Godspeed. I don't like war. All right. I'm thinking without further ado, we just get straight into it. What's up, Tokyo Sama Gaming? I hit up. Make sure y'all give me them hearts. Keep me on the FYP. I wonder what this is gonna be about. I know it's gotten. I know I've been seeing like the virality of the clips, and I know I'm a little late, but I want to watch it myself.
Because all black women deserve to be heard. The main theme is trusting black women, but how do we get ourselves as men fixed to be able to love them the way they need to be loved?
How do y'all think about safety outside of just I'm the protector? You know what I'm saying? How do we build that?
Patriarchy is not good. The system of domination for women is not good. But a lot of us buy into that.
So I got a question I want to ask you. These are all things that don't allow women to come and open up to us because we are ready to play football every goddamn time.
That's how I'm gonna make my wife feel safe. She wants to know that in any conversation, I ain't gonna just be like, all right, I gotta go outside and smoke real quick. Like, I ain't, you know, she wants to feel safe.
You can't be a natural protector. You are the one that's causing harm.
A lot of men don't got shit to contribute. If you can't even commit marriage to a motherfucking woman, what makes you think that she wants to commit to having a baby?
The reward for being disciplined is the outcome of what makes men so great and what makes men be able to understand.
I think we on to something here. I think we on to something.
Okay, I like how it's a black woman holding space for black men to show how they can support black women. I like that.
All right, so we rolling. So this the thing. We done came together. We done been brought together. We got Sister Song.
Hopefully, I help you do knowledge and understand some things, and hopefully I agree with some things.
Doing some revolutionary work. I mean,
or disagree, or expands my thought. I like to be challenged.
Full of some weird shit, some fuck shit. It's been just some strange shit this year, you know. And black people being attacked left and right. Our stories, our educational institutions, our safe places, and our power. And that's my thing, you know. I got an organization called Build Power, so I'm really about power, and it's from the legacy of the Black Power movement. And I don't think you can get any closer to power than the person who birthed it.
Right.
Yes. The black woman, right?
Mm.
A lot of the time, it's black men that stand in the way of it, right? That get in the way of, you know, what we're supposed to be empowering, what we're supposed to be collaborating with. And so when we're thinking about things like, you know, Sister Song is steeped in reproductive justice. And when we talk about reproductive justice, it's the human right for bodily autonomy. Now, here's the thing.
Bodily autonomy in
I
women.
get into all the academic terms and then I get confused. So we
We all know that women experience racial,
what the human right to
maternal
bodily
pregnancy.
autonomy, the human right to have
We are
kids,
like
to
the
not have kids,
highest
to parent kids
mortality
in a
rate
healthy
of race.
environment, to set up that environment,
Black
and what
women.
goes into that actually means to us. And I want to make sure that, the way we talking about it, other people can understand it, because I know for a fact, if people came to me however many years ago and was like, hey, what you think about reproductive justice, I would have a very confused look on my face. And I'm like, I don't know exactly what that means and how we engage with it, but everybody here comes from a different perspective, a different life, a different experiences, and we want to bring that to this conversation. So I know that there's no way to get there without the empowerment of Black women and centering Black women in that power talk, in that power struggle, in that power strategy, in that movement, in our behavior. And what in y'all's eyes does that mean to you? Like, from y'all's experience, what's your connection to or experience with reproductive justice, and what does that actually mean to you? Anybody could kick in.
As a father, you fall deeply in love with.
I guess for me as an expectant father, as I got, grown to understand and learn the terms, it made me want to seek out. It made hospitals not so much of a first option, and only, I used to be my only option. I thought you could only give birth in the hospital, but it made me want to reach out and go the midwifery, births in a route, have a natural birth.
Parenting, right? And what that means, and understanding.
Because once you do the knowledge, you come to know that hospitals are built on efficiency, and so that they won't be liable for insurance purposes. That's why they have them so fast.
The responsibility that it takes, but you also learn as a father, the mother ends up doing so much more than what you can offer sometimes, and it's just facts. You don't have breasts to feed this baby. You don't have the kind of just natural intellect to kind of carry things. That's why a lot of fathers just say, here you go, I don't know what to do, right? So I think for one, it's just accepting that, understanding that you are there to help produce and provide, but then there's gonna be so much more that you can't, provide. And so just trying to be a support system around whatever your spouse or your girlfriend at the time is choosing to do with their body. It's something that I've learned over the years. Personal experiences from having to make that decision to have an abortion, with your girlfriend at a young age, to end up feeling like that you didn't have a say-so in it, right? And then understanding as a man where you don't. Once you decide to go into that position and you put your seed into this woman, now that's her decision, where to go. You can't say, well, I don't want no baby, or you can't have no. You should have thought about that before you go. So teaching my son that, right, and understanding that you have a decision very early on in the process, but later on you don't. And if you decide to go through with it, then you need to be ready to support and provide and do the things that you need to do. So that's kind of been my learning curve over the situation. And then just feeling horrible for, as we was talking off camera, about all the women who've lost their lives in this situation and not being able to have the
So many women lost their lives.
Not only around, reproduction and having babies, but even down to like fibroids, right? My wife struggles with that, and Black women not having the information that they need to figure out how to get rid of the fibroids and all those type of things. So whatever we can do to just kind of lean in and learn and listen, that's what I've been like. Same thing, if somebody would have asked me a couple years ago, I said, I guess my perspective may have been different, but now we're in a time where you really just want to have a different understanding. I teach my son that, and then also my daughter, what decision she has to make before she lays down with somebody, and
I know that's
how it
right.
can change your life, right?
So it's incumbent upon you to have that information. If your desire is to be a father, is to understand the woman's point of view and the things that they go through. We think of a lot of things that we go through, our upbringing, not having a father or having a father, all our experiences, and the dream of being a father, and having a son or a daughter, and what kind of father you want to be. All of that comes to mind, but before inception, those thoughts never came to me in the sense of what she would go through. How would I handle being in a waiting room and being told something and not knowing the information? Who do I lean on? All those things that come to mind that happen when you're in the delivery room, or the process of having a baby or having a healthy delivery and all of that stuff. And then, I think it's absolutely important for us to have these types of conversations and have these thoughts leading up into the idea and actualizing fatherhood. I think we center ourselves, the patriarchy of it all, we center ourselves, we're the ones that make it happen.
Hey, I want to say something. I was raised by women.
Right.
And I ran into some brothers.
I too was raised by
a
women.
couple of years, last year, when we were
My father
running
was
for
there,
election,
but
who
he
felt
wasn't the
like
main
Kamala
caretaker.
couldn't lead.
We kept, whatever.
I said, but your mother ran the house.
Right.
And my mother tragically died when I was 4, but my sister who raised me was a gangster. Could take $1 and balance the budget like in 25 minutes, $100. So I think that in order to trust Black women, we gotta kind of like, I think you and I were talking about, or no, I was talking to my driver on the way over about holding yourselves accountable. 81% of people don't talk, and Black
That's
men
true.
have to talk to the women, and a lot of the women, and it's not 80% of 81% of women, it's 81% of people don't talk. So I think it starts with a dialogue. But I can personally tell you, I can't imagine walking around with another person inside of me. And I think that we have to yield to women. And I don't think the government can tell you if you were raped.
No,
I mean, they're talking about
I do not think it should be something. I think there should be some policy changes, but I don't think it should be the government tell you what.
I don't think the government should have any say in that. Along with women having a choice of their bodies, we also have to teach our daughters and sons how to be responsible. Not rely on the plan B.
That's true.
Because abortion shouldn't be used just so you can all go out and have a good time.
Right.
Because we walk away, but women have to deal with the body, the change of your body. It's so much. I tell my girl all the time, I couldn't do it. Just having a menstrual cycle. I would say, God, can y'all let mine come like once a year? I could pay somebody once a year, because I watch my girl go through the changes emotionally, and not just physically, but it's a lot of shit women go through.
A lot.
I
Hormonally,
think
it's a
men,
lot.
honestly, I think men need to sit down, shut the fuck up.
Right.
It's a lot that we don't see, because if you weren't raised that way, you don't know. It's like you listening to you guys trying to be good husbands. But the women gotta let us in, and we can't tell them what to do. And I think
No,
this
you
government has to step
cannot.
back and let women make choices for themselves.
I agree
Women
with
are
that.
the first wonder of the world, despite what's said. It's the first wonder.
Exactly.
That's the only thing outside of God that I know that creates.
Yes.
First
Yes.
and foremost. The issues that we have are that the woman knows before we know whether or not life should be brought into earth, brought here, or if it should be aborted. They deserve to have that right for the simple fact of America does not allow us to run a system the way we should as a family. Men don't understand, you may be the leader, but you might not be the provider. Do you know how to lead if you are not the provider? In the midst of trying to figure it out, we coming from a whole bunch of systematic, it's been constructed for us to be the way that we are, to think
It
that we
is.
are. That's
Definitely
not
is.
how it was
And
programmed.
then talk
to
about
be.
that program I mentioned
Wow.
where they took they paid
Black
to take
fathers
Black
to
fathers
the
out of the
house.
home.
And then from there, me
Right.
and Cliff was talking
Right.
about that. When it started with the Section 8, women were able to take care of the kids without the man being in the house, which gave her the mindset that I can be the leader because I have to be the provider. And then after that, it was the crack
That's
epidemic, which guys started using or they was going to prison. Regardless, we stayed out of the house. Now it's social media, and the thing is, we were always here to protect the Black women. And if you ever
That's
see the
crazy.
movie Sparta, men were actually the leaders, but the leader knew how to lead because he still trusted the woman with the gift that God gave her, which was intuition and discernment. And if you knew how to treat your woman and she knew how to love and that stress was off her, it allowed y'all to operate as a family unit to be able to trust her so she can be able to trust you. Once you realize how powerful that woman is, a lot of us run around, and even for myself, I struggle with being monogamous because I didn't understand the value of the woman. But once you put a woman next to God, would you play with God the same way? And
No,
if
you
knew
wouldn't.
what you possessed as powerful, I don't think that we would run around with the promiscuous mindset of thinking it's okay, because we wouldn't look at women the way that we are downplayed the thing of how they are.
So I'm gonna interject
real quick though. I think that there's something I think that's really dope that you started with is around women being first close to God, right? Like, because
that's a fact.
And talking about creation, you know, talking about creating, talking about, because I do think people talk about the human race all the time, and it started with
Yes.
blah, 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 blah. It started in Africa, you know, started in Africa.
With a black woman.
With a black woman, right? And so I do think the closest you could get to power, the closest you could get to life, creating circumstances, and is with the black woman.
First wonder, yes.
But also just want to ground us in, you know, when we talk about reproductive justice, it's not just about birthing, right? It's not just about having a kid, and it's about, when we talk about bodily autonomy, it's about, we all want the right to control our bodies. I don't want nobody telling me what to do with my body, right? And that is a right that expands even beyond having a kid, right? And fostering that environment to be able to raise folks. And when we talked about like the village, right? You know, and that it takes a village to raise a kid. It wasn't like, okay, all these people on the block got a responsibility. It was actually, you understood that kid that every decision that goes into raising that kid, teaching that kid how to move, teaching that kid how to communicate, affects, it forms their future, but it also affects everybody in the village, right? And so everybody had a responsibility to make sure that that person and the people that were raising that kid had what they needed, had the healthiest environment and things, you know, to make sure that everyone is okay, that we all can live the life that we deserve, right? And so, you know, I do want to also make sure that, you know, I ain't got no kids, you know, just so I can't talk about, you know, the standpoint of a father, but there are fathers at this table. I also got 25 nephews and nieces. I'm over here, you know what I'm saying? I got
big energy over here.
But there's
I was raised with my niece,
so on this table from every angle of it, and I do want to.
I'm so proud of her.
And you know, we can go wherever you wanted to go, whatever you wanted to say, but I do want to talk about that. You know, like you said, the government shouldn't be involved. Keeping in mind that this is a government that was steeped in what they call white supremacy. I like to call white delusion, right? You know what I'm saying? It was same thing, right? And they
don't want to believe that they came from a black woman.
Yeah, and the definition.
Becky, you came from a black woman.
Well, the definition of, you know, masculinity, the definition of what we do with our bodies and how we define a government's role in that came from that corrupt standpoint, that corrupt perspective. So I 100% agree that the government shouldn't have anything in mind. But where did you want to go with that?
Well, I think one of the things that I think helps, I believe, with women's right in terms of their sexual reproduction is the relationship that we have with the black man. I heard a psychiatrist when I was on one of the panels say that African American men and women are suffering from 450 years of post-slavery PTSD.
Yes.
So
I
one
can
of the
kinda
things
see
that
that.
I love about this thing right here is that the next one I want to see is black men and black women sitting down together and talking about how do we learn to exist in peace. And I say that because I'm saying this, and a lot of times I have to catch myself. It's emotional. I grew up with a lot of violence around me. My father, when he drank, I seen him knock women. My father fight a baby. He was just off. He was mentally off from the oppression of this culture.
I seen my father drink.
You know,
He
so
didn't. He would fight, but maybe not a baby.
Our fathers, and we're trying
But
to
I've
break
heard
those
stories of
cycles.
how abusive it can
So
get.
somehow,
And I've experienced some of the abuse
that ties into
firsthand.
me to women's reproductive choices in terms of having a baby with a guy that's comes from a broken family. Now the baby coming in with a broken family, and bam, 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 and the mother's asking the father for support, and like, yo, I ain't asked you to have that motherfucking baby. You know, that ain't shit. I don't even know if that's that motherfucker. I mean, there's so many levels to this that make women
Plenty of love.
coward or not want to talk, you know, or be the victim of one guy shot his baby mama and the kids the other day.
What?
So I think we got to attack that from
Yes.
not just right now in this racist culture that we're seeing with this administration, but also from a generational standpoint.
For sure. I don't have the historical information, man. That's why I'm a listener, man. I'm a great listener. But you know, when I hear, you know, from your generation, your perspective, and your perspective, and everybody's, you know, perspective in the sense that as we get into it, I feel like we let women down in that regard. We didn't stand on business. And
What you mean by that?
I just feel like we let depression wear us down. Fathers let depression wear them down and beat them down.
Let
take
depression,
them out of the
stress.
house, and therefore
they forced them out of the house.
Forced them.
No,
And they allowed the system to do it too.
Forced them out. They didn't leave the house.
I feel that. I understand that. I can't, but ain't nobody gonna make me leave my woman. I get that. I get it, but ain't nobody gonna make me leave my family.
I got you.
I get what. I understand that. I could never fathom what went on back then.
I think you might be alluding to weak ass men allowing things that might be coming up. Like, you know, like, oh, this seems like, I don't know exactly the historical presence of it either. But you know how you say, like, oh, like, you know, you stripping us from the house. Oftentimes, I'm a man who dates men. A lot of men aren't strong. So the way that you say you're not gonna take nobody from my family, you're not gonna strip me from my family. A lot of people don't walk with that. A lot of people don't have that. So I mean, like, it is systematic, but I mean, at the same time,
I mean,
you part of like the few men who is not going to live their life like that.
I mean, I get a system that you live in a place that is just geared to tell you you ain't shit, you ain't shit, you ain't shit,
and it beats you down.
You ain't shit, you ain't shit.
That is true.
And it beats your other counterpart down. So y'all come home to
madness,
beatness. And nobody know how to heal anybody, right?
It's a lot that goes into it.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot of different influences that happen, whether it's drugs, right? We know that our community struggled with that for a long time.
But let's talk about them. Let's go back up. But no. Let's go back and talk about the CIA putting the drugs in the neighborhood.
That's what I was gonna say. We're in a country where drugs is probably the most highest profit of things that you want, right?
I like how they intentionally put it multi-generational because
I think it's a lot of pressure.
You notice the older gentleman, he dealt with a lot. The men dealt with. We kind of deal with it in a modern aspect, but he dealt with it the first to deal with the war on drugs, the drugs being placed in the neighborhood, the systematicness of government assistance taking the black man out of the house. Because I don't know if any, not everyone who's black is on government assistance or is poor. Some have generated wealth, some have wealth, especially in modern times. But yes, there was a time like if you were receiving anything from the government, you couldn't be in a house. That also led to problems that led to the black man having, fighting and being called trifling and stuff. And I'm willing to see how this could progress.
Pressure's coming from east side, right?
Yeah.
I've looked at fathers who run in the household and had conversations with them and say, man, you've been on drugs since you was 12 years old, brother. Your brain doesn't have the capability of thinking correctly, right? You are afraid that you can't provide for your family, so you would rather leave, right?
Right.
Not knowing that you have a woman who's willing to stay down with you and hold you down no matter what, right? So it's just as a man who, even to this day, get nervous, right? Like, oh man, this shit is slowing up. Like, am I better off telling my baby and them, like, are y'all good? No, of course not, right?
Right.
But you have to be honest about yourself and say, I'm fearful of certain things, and say, and not necessarily a weakness, but necessarily it's like, I'm scared, right? That I can't provide. And now I've either let someone else kind of tell me what I need to do, right? Rather than following my own intuition and having a relationship with my ancestors in the universe and that can really guide you, or having that one-on-one with your lady. So there's so many things that can pull people out of the house. Similar to the conversation is like, well, if I was enslaved, I wouldn't have done that. It's like, well, you really don't know. So it's like, it's so many different things that go into why people do things. And sometimes, you can name it to, it's like, oh, this person was being a coward, or this person was being, but a lot of it is fear, and a lot of it is because we're the minority. And because the pressure that comes from so many other people that don't look like us, it's a lot of pressure that makes you feel that way.
Make a lot of policies.
People that's in your community that oppress you, right? And so as men, we do it to women, right? As men, that's the tier. We do it to women even more, right? We fall underneath that same thing. And so to your point, we got to strip that away, figure out what the issue is with that, have those conversations, understand that it's layers and layers of what it is, but also don't be like, you weak as hell.
I'll make sure that word like that now.
No, I know. You wouldn't been able to do it. You ain't been able to hold it down, but it's just like, man, it's so many, reasons why a man will leave a household, and then sometimes it's us not holding them accountable and saying, hey, look, man, you need to get your shit together. All right, you need to make sure you over there. Because now I'm sitting here playing spades with you and smoking. Nigga, you ain't seen your kid 3 blocks down the street in weeks.
Right.
So no accountability. So to your point, as you was talking to your driver, let's take accountability, but then also kind of give each other a little bit of grace and understanding, especially our OGs who went through a lot, especially our guys who are coming from Vietnam, right? Who came home to nothing and lost everything and went out there and lost their mind, saw things we could never imagine, right?
Did everything for this place. And
did everything for this country just for them to take it away from you. And so now I say, well, fuck everybody.
That's my entry point.
I've had people in my family went overseas, came back, and saw things they could never see.
I went to college and I got a
extended
master's
family.
degree in human relations. I really sat with and grappled with power and domination when it comes to like gender discrimination and when it comes to discrimination against women. So for me in this conversation, thinking about like fatherhood, I can't help but to think about the way in which I was introduced into this conversation about women's progression and how there were critiques of Black women that talked about how us as men don't start thinking about this shit until we start having kids. So we start to think about how we only think about women when it's tethered to a man. Like, hey, respect her, bro. That's so-and-so, little sister. Hey, respect her, bro. That's so-and-so. So it's really thinking about how us as men, in terms of accountability, we really don't even have a good transition from objectification to fatherhood because you've been a fucker for 20 years. And now you don't want to be a fucker no more. Now you want to be a father. Because we don't have that accountability to think about the like how we are taught to objectify women. I know in our conversations it'd be like, hey, you can get respect from the homies based off how you get down on a bitch.
Yeah.
To be real, you can get capital, popularity, preference based off of how you're able to dominate and objectify other women.
Is not
So then when I come into the conversation, when I'm talking about progression of women, we start to have different, I'm gonna say pathology, different ways that stigma taps into it. And I think one of those is us being very critical about how we relate to women that's not related to us. Like, how do you respect women that's not your sister, that's not your mama, that's not your, you know what I'm saying, you feel me? Oh, even when you find unattractive. Like, how do you respect for those women? And I think that the conversation starts before we start thinking about fatherhood. It starts to me, thinking about it in middle school, you know what I'm saying? But also in this conversation though, it's like, hey, so before you became a father, before you became a father, when did you think about the general welfare of women?
Well, I'm adopted, so I think that some of that has always been in my mind, just to what will make someone give their child up. You know, since I've always known since I was 7. Feel me? So, what environment was she in? Did she feel protected? Did she feel wanted, cared for, seen? All the things. So early on, I think it's kind of gone to a place of just humanity of it all, just like a person. I want to do what I want to do when I want to do it. Right. I want to feel how I feel. That's me. I want the same for everybody. Yes. I want you to live your life. I don't want nobody to take their life. But for the most part, if it makes you happy, go do your thing. That's me. Right. That's who I am. I understand that a lot of people are not like that. A lot of people also don't have my experience. Yeah. That has probably made me this way. For sure. My upbringing, you dig? Single parent household, only my mama. Watching my mama deal with men. A safety engineer at NASA, you know, surrounded by white men, telling her she don't know what she's doing. And she telling them, you gotta put the gloves on. You know what I mean? My perspective is from
I've done safety engineering before.
It's written. I wanna cause how in this moment, because we have, when we're talking about the government, we have abortion bans in Georgia, my home state, Texas, that's leading to women dying, you know, babies dying, people being less safe. And here we have folks.
Sometimes those abortion saves the
we've been
woman's
hearing
life.
About folks being hung, lynched. We've been hearing about so many things this year that scare me as to how I got a big ass family, how all them people are gonna survive this time. And I'm thinking about, and I'm not thinking about protect black women like we've always heard it, like protect black women. Oh, that's my girlfriend, that's my, you know, don't hurt my mama, you know, don't talk about my mama, you know what I mean? But you know, when we talking earlier about a village, right, and how a village, everybody has a responsibility for each person, and each responsibility in nourishing, creating that nourishing environment, making sure there's healthy food, you know, clean water, et cetera, et cetera. What are we doing right now to learn what women need, black women particularly, and play our part in that power building?
I have a question for you guys, because this is something I've been trying to explore, and then I got more on the journey of once I got married, which is like therapy, right? And
Therapy.
self-discovery,
That was one
right?
for me.
Understanding that my wife had her own journey of therapy.
Thank you.
Being introduced to anger management, right? It's not because you punching holes in the wall, but it's because you just get certain triggers that you don't know how to handle. And you don't know what that person triggers. You don't know what your that person don't know your triggers. Rightfully so. Or eager to go on it, because I am learning how.
I was being so terse and so communicative.
I don't feel like talking to somebody. I don't want to, you know. So just having that kind of, for me, that's where I'm at, and figuring out that's how I'm gonna make my wife feel safe.
Yes.
She wants to know that in any conversation, I ain't gonna just be like, all right, I gotta go outside and smoke real quick. Like, I ain't, you know, she wants to feel safe. And the more we can make them feel safe, and because naturally we all want to provide. Most men, you want to be the provider, you want to go out there and do the thing, but you forget about it ain't just monetarily, it ain't just hanging out with your son and your daughter. It's like, how do I have these conversations and actually know how to have them?
Yes.
Because sometimes you don't understand that. You don't get taught how to, you know, deal with impulse control and all those type of things. I would be curious to know if any of you all had your own therapy journey and trying to figure out how to, you know, obviously keep your spouse safe or anybody in your life to safe. I know it's particularly talking about the women in our lives. So.
He literally said just what I was about to talk. I don't care what's said. If you think you are okay, go to therapy. If you don't, I've been in therapy like 4 to 5 years, and it's bigger than, like Luke was saying, I'm going to stay in my house, but just because you stay in your house don't mean you're going to have a healthy environment.
That is so true.
For 20, 30 years for them kids, but if they saw anger and this, that, and the third, you can't be mad that they go out and do the same thing of what they saw. It is encouraged that if you take it self, you need to take it self. You need to have couples there. We as men, even wanting to be better, we only have the information that we've been given amongst each other, but we don't have different perspectives. It's okay to take perspectives from white people because they don't have the mindset of survival that we have. So when you hear different, you think different, you move different. It's more, you're more optimistic to know how to move within your household. It is my children. I don't care that they're only 9, 10, 7, 6. They have problems, and every black man at this table had problems. We had situations we couldn't talk to people about. Get your children in therapy. If you can't afford to do it, healthcare can cover it. Get your children in therapy because they need to have that healthy outlet to have somebody. They don't always feel safe talking to mom and daddy, regardless of how well we are. They don't feel safe doing that.
I would say be careful about getting your therapy from white people, but
I didn't say get it. Don't get it. I didn't say white therapists.
No, I know.
Listening to in general when they talk about.
Watch when you're listening to them too. But what I do want to also say is that I think is really important is that our safety doesn't. That our responsibility in Black women's safety isn't on us to protect our partner generally. It's not just us that's going to have that responsibility.
For sure.
We have to realize that honestly, statistically, the safety from a partner in America is that you're actually less safe from your partner generally.
That's true.
Violence is so the safety has to come from how you build an accountability outside of that relationship, outside of that family. What is that village you building, right? And so I'm interested.
I'm listening. So like I'm just gathering information. I have a lot.
Well, I'm saying both of y'all.
Same. Yeah.
Jump in there.
Jump in there because both y'all ain't saying nothing.
How are y'all thinking beyond like I'm gonna protect my partner, because that is, I think that there's a value in that. I think there's a value in I'm gonna protect my partner, ain't nothing gonna happen to my partner. At the end of the day though, when you have such big systems that are targeting you and doing their best to pull y'all apart, doing their best to divide y'all and
That's
put
true.
y'all against each other, you can't depend on.
I do
and
think
that's-
now,
that's
like
something
they said,
that we're
social
taught.
media is one of
Masculinity
those
is
systems
how
now.
powerful we can be and how we can protect what we own and what we, you know what I'm saying? That is not what protection is. That's not what safety is. So I'm thinking about, you know, outside of that, how do y'all think about safety outside of just I'm the protector? You know what I'm saying? How do we build that?
The thing that pops into my head right now as we're having this conversation is the system is capitalism, and what that looks like is we're talking about therapy, which is, I think, is very important, but we don't think about the colonial aspect of therapy, which I mentioned in our conversation earlier, and how capitalism and this individualistic view of our responsibility as well is tied to breaking up of our communities. You talked about a village. So when we're thinking about our families, like you as a father, I'm not a dad, I don't have any children, I don't plan on it. When people think, okay, I have a family and I'm raising my children, it's like mom, dad, kids. And we forget like that is a lot of pressure, and it's not supposed to be that way.
Right.
I think it's supposed to be a community of people that are helping each other, and we have not created that community. It's just like I'm over here with my family here, I'm over there with my family there, and there's no communication. And I think that's ultimately something that's really important, is us being able to come together and create from there, create the community where everyone has a responsibility to themselves and each other.
Our natural ways have been dismantled.
Real quick,
I think that's
do you have examples of what that looks like in your life?
Give me a more specific question. Sorry.
If it's not, you think about it, but just like what that protection, what that looks like. That you talked about colonial effect on therapy. Now I know that, to me, I'm like, hell yeah, talk about the colonial therapy. But I also don't. I know that a lot of people don't know what the hell that means, right?
I'm saying, like, when you think about therapy and when you're going,
and I'm not asking you necessarily about that. I'm asking you
I don't know what that means.
what that protection and that outside help and so it looks like in your life.
Okay. Like growing up, I'll use my life as an example. Obviously, I grew up with both my parents, my mom and my dad. From the outside, it would look very traditional, but my mom was the one that was really holding everything down. My dad was very supportive with me when it came to providing monetarily. He also
my dad was
the one that
monetarily
had a more formal education, so he was able to help me when I needed help with schoolwork. But when it came to my care, it was my mom that was there. And then I noticed the way that he behaved, or like his behavior around women, and how he was with my mom, how he was with his sisters and his mother, and how he was with me. So I'm, as a trans person, and as being his daughter and his little girl at the time.
Okay, you got one trans person.
He treated me with such care, and it was the complete antithesis in the way that he treated my mother, and the way that he treated his sister. So it was interesting to see him treat my mom like shit. And then be like, no, but my sister's like, I'll kill somebody if someone messes with my sister. I'll kill somebody if someone messes with my mother. I'm like, why don't you bring that same energy to my mother?
So branch off of that. Oh wait.
That's real.
I mean, and so when in my process, like in my transition, and when I started thinking about how I wanted to show up as a man in this world, it was like I wanted to borrow that softness that he embodied when he was interacting with other women in his family, but not the way that he treated my mother, and what that partner violence looked like, and why. So I started to question what was his view of my mother, because clearly he didn't see her as family. Not really. He saw her as an incubator that gave birth to his child that he now loves and cares for. And then he has his sisters and his mother that he also cares for and wants to protect. But all the women that he would be engaged sexually with were just that. There were things that
I witnessed that in my father too.
And they can make me a meal, and that was that.
Personally, I grew up with all women. Like, single parent home, had no grandparents except my grandmother, no grandfather. Both had passed away before I was born. Father wasn't around. And taking care of everybody. So I've always conceded power to women. That's been my nature. I was in my nature and my nurture is because that's all that was there. So a lot
I can
of
see
my
that.
journey, I was in autobiographies trying to figure out where's a man and who can teach me how to do it. What does it look like? I'm looking to Sammy Davis Jr. and Sidney Poitier and anybody that's got an autobiography about whatever, Bill Cosby, only to get that dream shattered. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of men who've grown up in those environments are trying to figure out how to hold themselves accountable while also holding themselves hostage, right? I was trying to take up for my father not being there. I was trying to take up for my grandfathers not being there, overcompensating and not necessarily knowing exactly what my place and my position was. So I think a lot of, I can't speak for everybody, but I think a lot of black men just don't know, when they say be a man, what does that mean?
Yeah.
And not even what does that mean? That doesn't mean the same thing for this woman. That doesn't mean the same thing for this woman. What is her back? So I think a lot of it is double dutching. It's like, how do I give myself enough grace while also pushing myself and challenging myself to learn and listen and hear. And like I said, like even there's not a single same perspective.
It's all different.
It's all different. We're all figuring it out, And I think that's, like I say, it's like how much grace can we give ourselves? How can we hold ourselves accountable without the guilt and the shame kicking in? Because guilt and shame will do a whole lot. Guilt and shame will freeze you up. Guilt and shame will keep you from actually sitting in a space that actually is safe. You don't know that it's safe because you so used to, putting on. It's just, I think it's just that, it's having space to even do this. This is village.
And accountability, like you said, giving yourself that grace, and then understanding when it's like, all right, tighten up. All right, it's time to, and then educating yourself. A lot of us, we don't remember to read, right? Y'all remember them posters that they used to say read? And you got your celebrity on there, and you don't even see them posters no more. Right? You don't even see things to really push each other. Right? Educate. So the more we can kind of educate ourselves, and like you said, to your point, to the village,
When I had something from nigga, put it in the book.
It's obtainable, right? I just shot a movie in Nickerson Gardens, and I'm like, yo, all these kids in the project still got villages that we are taking away. You try to get away from it's tough times in the black neighborhood. It's like, man, these kids still out here playing. They still out here having a good time, right? And understanding like why or what that is for certain communities and why it's necessary for them. They don't got nobody else. So they gotta send their kids outside to say, hey, can you watch my kid today for a second? I gotta go to work, whatever. So sometimes you get above yourself and think, I don't need nobody. I done made enough money. I can pay for this nanny over here. Rather than being like, oh, nah, Luke, you want your kid to come hang out with my kid today? And then we go do this, All right, cool, we hang out. Remembering that it's all there and it's obtainable, but sometimes we push it away ourselves too,
Something that I really do think about when we thinking about power, right? Because I think we misunderstand power. We've been taught all types of false definitions and notions of power. And a lot of the time, the way that we understand power is really abuse. Right? It's like we bully each other. We abuse our power over each other and say things that we're not supposed to. We bully or abuse our power over women. We abuse our power over kids. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the time, that's what we see. And I want to know just a simple question. When we're thinking about, I think with the opposite of abuse, when we think about love, and love can be powerful, love can be extremely powerful. What does it mean to love black women?
Sometimes because I do have privilege and I do have power, I wonder if I'm abusing it over my wife, and I don't. I try my best to.
What did you say? Accountability. Hold ourselves accountable while holding ourselves hostage.
Trying to hold ourselves accountable without holding ourselves hostage.
Talking about parents and all type. So I'm just we can tie all of that shit in. It's not a limited conversation, but just thinking about just first to introduce it into like what does it mean to love black women?
Well, I mean, I got a perspective about love. One perspective about love. I think that love is uncontrollable. I think it's spontaneous. I think in its rarest form, you cannot contain it. And I think
I know there's some truth to that.
I think it doesn't. It belongs to everybody, and how it's received and how it's received is not up to you. But it's how you give it is up to you, But I think it's first there, understanding what the power of love really is. Because I think everybody has their perspective of what love is in my household. You know, what love is with my woman.
Right.
You know, as opposed to what does love mean to her? What does that mean to you? I'll tell you what it means to me. You tell me what it means to you, and let's find our way to middle ground of some sort. I think it's there. It's just trying to understand what that is, because everybody throws that shit around. It's popular, makes a lot of money. It's nice. Everybody wants it. Everybody's fighting for a variation of it.
Right.
It's trying to understand what that is, and I just think that love is not a thing that we can control. It just is. First.
I see this head nod going. I like that. Go ahead. I like it. I like it.
I'm going to combine like a couple of different topics, and it won't be in any chronological order, so just bear with me. One thing that Conscious will talk about is pandering, and me as a black gay man, for me, love shows up as different. There's no sex attached to my care for black women. So I would say for me as a child, one of the strongest women that were within my life was my grandmother. She was someone who she loved me with everything. She was someone who made sure that whenever I walk into a room, know that, you know, I'm not trying to sound cocky or nothing, but eyes will be on you. People will be listening to you. Whatever you want to be in your life, you can be, whether that be a president, a CEO, whether you own your own business, whether you be a millionaire, anything you want to do, you can do. And with that, my grandmother was someone, she was a banker. You know, she was someone who, she helped her community. All the people from Arkansas, Little Rock, Arkansas, North Little Rock, Arkansas, she knew all the millionaires. She knew all the business owners. She told people yes, no. She ran her bank. She ran her branch. She had people pull guns out on her and trying to rob her. That same woman who left work, she was someone who raised 2 strong sons. My father's a federal investigator. My uncle, my late uncle, he was a manager of the VA for the suicide unit. She was someone who raised strong black men. And the same black men that she supported, the same black man that she fed that was also her husband, also be the same people that put their thumb on their motherfucking head. You know? So what I'm trying to say is someone who can be strong. We also live where we're in a community where traditionally, once a white man took his thumb off of us, a lot of us put our thumb on the woman. So one thing that you talked about as far as like your dad and how you treated your mother, I feel like one privilege it is to not be gay. Not gonna lie, I love being gay. Like, you know, like whether it's not a choice, it's not a choice, it's not a choice. But in my life, what I feel is, you know, it was karma for the straight men, and also like to reject what patriarchy and masculinity look like, because I had to choose how I'm going to live my life.
Right.
So, you know how you were talking about how your dad, he was real good with his mom, he was real good with his sisters.
And me as a child.
Yes. A lot of men, they just live based off of the moral code. You don't even know what your own motherfucking morals are. Right. A lot of you just want to have children because that's what you're taught to. You didn't get no education. You're not saying you have to get education. You have no craft. You have no skill. So all you can do is really just have fun and have children. Nigga, fuck you. And then another thing that I want to say is too, a lot of people, you know, when I said like, you know, having accolades and things like this, a lot of my friends, and especially with moving to Houston, I have such a respect because like in Arkansas, a lot of people had kids by the time that they were my age. I'm 26.
Right.
Majority of my friends, like they're between 29 to 30 to 40, you know, beautiful women, well into the careers, clocking 200,000 plus. You know, my allyship to them is supporting them whenever we're out, like I am a protector. There's a big kind of like conversation about like, oh, gay men don't want to be treated as like poodles or whatever. Realistically, I'm 6'2", I'm 200 pounds, 215. Like it's like if a motherfucker step up to my friends, I'm going to defend them. I feel like my presence as a black gay man is to use my masculinity, me being a man, as to not only allow myself, you know, vertical, you know, promotion within life. I don't know how to coin that the right way, but also bring up my sisters with me. And that can be whether it's education, go and get that education, whether it's in careers, because black women are the smartest group in America. They're also the most underpaid.
That's so true.
You want that money, ask for it. You know,
ask for that money.
No, whenever you go to the interview, let them know what you want. And the same thing as far as like a job, how you can switch out a job is no different than a man. And you know how we're talking about like the moral basis of, I don't want to lose my track. The moral basis of people not knowing themselves and having babies, a lot of men don't got shit to contribute. If you can't even commit marriage to a motherfucking woman, what makes you think that she wants to commit to having a baby? That 9 to 10 months, that can fuck up that whole baby's life.
Yeah.
That's true.
not being supported.
Yeah, you can't
In the same way that she was talking about, you know, asking for that promotion and things like that, because that also, when we're when we're seen as having some more control or power over in a work environment, you know, people aren't gonna abuse us as much. People aren't gonna supposedly, right?
I feel as if that gay man, he brought up a lot of points. One of the things that he doesn't do, but I have seen in the gay community, just outside looking in, support this show for Black women is non-sexual, and that is great. But I'm not gonna sit here and say, especially some more of these modern gay men. I'm not gonna say about the older gay men. I'm not. I think there's. I think I need to survey more in the gay community to know this. But some of them put that thumb on the Black women. Because a lot of times you will hear them say the whole stereotypical gay personality, and you know, they learned that from a Black woman. They're imitating Black women, and some of them are taking, not all, some of them, and doing what they need to do for LGBTQ rights. They are impeding on the rights of it. And yeah.
Where are we advocating? You know what I'm saying? In the same way of like not being prepared for fatherhood, where are we advocating for those Black women in the job, in the workplace, and making sure that they are seen in the way that they should be and empowered in the way that they should, in the same way that in fatherhood and outside of fatherhood, when you know that your homie is gonna have is thinking about having kids, when you know that your brother or whoever is thinking about having kids, how are you empowering the mother that, or who could be the mother, and how are you holding your brother or your homie accountable? And what does that even mean?
The same conversation I can say, like, hey, you need to ask for it 150, 200, 175, be the same conversation, like, you know, like, what's he doing?
Right.
You know, like, and it's like, it might be a conversation, I think
I think I trailed off a little bit. I want to go back.
And what does that even mean? And how are you empowering kids when you know that your brother or whoever is thinking about having kids? How are you empowering the mother that, or who could be the mother? And how are you holding your brother or your homie accountable? And what does that even mean?
The same conversation I can say, like, hey, you need to ask for it 150, 200, 175, be the same conversation, like, you know, like, what's he doing?
Right.
You know, like, and it's like, it might be a
I like how he leaves, like you could tell his grandmother's a bigger because he was like, ask for that money. I like that.
conversation. I think also with certain conversations, it doesn't matter if you're gay, straight, or whatever, you're still a man. Whenever a woman wants to open up and talk to you about certain things, that's when you want to talk about it. Like, you can't be overbearing, because with patriarchy, with masculinity, it's kind of like you trying to talk about something you want to talk about and shouldn't even want to talk about that. That's you exerting your masculinity over somebody. So, like, whenever my friends talk about their dating, majority of my friends are introverts. They're real kind of like to themselves. They don't like to talk about their business. When they do open up, that's when I ask, like, hey, like, you know, you have X, Y, and Z. Is he providing you what you need? Or is he just a placeholder until that right man comes? So sometimes it will be different. It just depends.
Yeah.
Because you got to be the person to say it.
Yeah, I would say too.
You got to go ahead. No, I want to see what you're going to say.
No, I'll go.
And placeholder might not be the right thing. It might not be the right thing to say, but.
You know, I was just talking about, I'm 70 years old. So I come from a whole nother era than any of you Negroes is talking about. And what I've learned, and I'm not saying I'm right, I think everybody is right. Because there's so many levels to this. But most
There
of
is
this
some
was
levels,
laid
there's a
on
lot.
our parents.
Yeah.
My father was born in 1915, and his parents were slaves. Well, his grandparents were slaves. So what I've learned is it's not your mother's fault, it's not your father's fault, it's not your fault. We were born into 450 years of post-slavery PTSD. I am 69, be 70 in March. I've just learned how to love. Our parents didn't know how to love. Their parents didn't know how to love. And if I could say anybody maybe had an edge, it was the women. That's why I celebrate Black women. I live with a psychiatrist, forensics detective, gangster, loving Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, who's just been patient with me to teach me how to love. But in closing on this, because I don't want to get too deep, I called my buddy, man. I said, I'm fucking up, bro, really bad. I'm fucking up. So I never been monogamous. So I don't fucking know
What age did you become a monogamous?
Today.
Oh shit. Oh, they finna get into it. And then the young man with the prototype, I think his name is it'll come to me. He talked about his issues with becoming up with monogamy. Ooh. Let's talk about it.
No, but let me just say what it is.
To know.
And we don't talk about this. We don't talk about dopamine being in a pleasant center of the brain like we talked about oxytocin is the hormone. It's called the cuddle hormone. So a lot of times we're just talking in generalities. And that's why I think what you said about counseling, because a counselor is going to get inside of this from a real, not even white people perspective, just from a scientific perspective, unless science is not wrong and the brain is not made what it is. So when I hurt my girl, which I've done over and over, and I commend her for even being with me. And I said in my podcast,
Let me go get some water. Let me go get some water on that note, because this is he finna get into it. This is gonna strike some emotions to some of these young black brothers who trying to do the right thing. It's finna strike some. This is finna draw some. This is finna draw some emotions just for him making that statement. That's gonna.
and I'm gonna say this and stop. I called one of my partners who's brilliant. He said, when you hurt somebody, where you leave them is where they stay. So I think our parents, our grandparents, our uncles, the people that raised us, those men who treated the women outside the house nice, but then put the thumb on the grandmama and put the thumb on the girlfriend or whoever. They are all. It all comes from out of all of that, and I think that's what makes me excited that we're going to bring the women and the uncles and we need to bring them all in here. But go ahead, what are you going to say?
The one thing that I just want to talk about in Luke, make sure I say the name right. Crop this part out. Okay. What Luke brought up was like accountability. Like, yes, we can talk about, what our families did to us, all this, all that. But eventually, and I know white people try and say this, and I really don't like that, but eventually it comes a point where you have to decide, how do I want to live my life? I haven't talked to my daddy in 6 years. I don't give a fuck about what my family has gone through. I know where I will go. So it's like, you can only say that for so long.
Right.
Black women are tired, and, kind of like putting onto them, like,
Exactly.
hey, like, you didn't do this entirely, because everybody in here, several people have talked about, like, going to counseling. Have that upon yourself. Stop waiting for a woman to tell you what you need to do. Take that upon yourself.
Let me address that real quickly. For me, I didn't know fucking how to
Can I say one more thing? No, I have to say this, because another thing that happens is, too, you live your life for so long, and I'm not meaning no disrespect by this.
It's all right, just say it, bro.
But when you hit your 60s and your 70s, I want to be right.
Okay, but let me.
I want to live my life right. I want someone to take care of me and protect me, and that's what a lot of women have issues with.
Because I'm living it right the fuck now.
As I said,
listen to
I said 60s and 70s.
Let me say this.
Okay, now y'all see what I tell y'all getting loud.
Good, but you're not gonna disrespect me.
You don't know what the fuck you talking
about.
I do. Love it.
I do.
You don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Oh, I do.
You can't
I do. I do.
know it.
I
I do.
I'm good. You don't know what the fuck you talking about. Get the fuck out of here. I'm living. You can't tell me what the fuck I'm living, nigga. I'm living it right now. You cannot fix no shit that you don't even know is happening.
I think there's a misunderstanding.
No, but he's generalized. You can't. Listen, bro. Let me stop. This is what it is. Let's get to the truth of this shit. You can't fix no shit unless you meet somebody who is on another level to help you elevate to understand. I'm not indicting anybody. I'm telling you what the shit is. You can't fix some shit that you don't know about, bro.
Yeah.
You can't. And then you get there at 69 or 70 and say, I thought I was being loved all this time. That's what our parents have gone through, and that's why we're all so fucked up right now.
You asked, how do we love black women?
Yeah.
Black women, and listen to black women because they know more than we do what it is that they need.
I don't think that's true either.
As men,
there's a lot of black women who don't know how to love.
I'm not talking about what they know how to love. I'm saying what they need as far as the reproductive.
I get that.
We're talking about, that's what we're talking about right now. Also, if we're gonna use our privilege and power as men in society, how do we show up and be accountable? Like you said, the way to be accountable is to dismantle patriarchy, because patriarchy makes it so that—
Go back. I guess with Clifton, there's some truth we saying. I do believe, like, we can only talk about that age generation, and like, you don't know until you get there. But I do think there was some preventative measures that could be taken before you get there. But he is right. You won't know until you get there and you're stuck. Some people don't realize they stuck for years. Some people never realize they stuck.
Need as far as the reproductive.
I get that.
We're talking about, that's what we're talking about right now. Also, if we're gonna—
Let me back it up some, because
who don't know how to love.
I'm not talking about what they know how to love. I'm saying what they need as far as the reproductive.
I get that.
We're talking about, that's what we're talking about right now. Also, if we're gonna use our privilege and power as men in society, how do we show up and be accountable? Like you said, the way to be accountable is to dismantle patriarchy, because patriarchy makes it so that men have the power and women do not.
But you can't get there unless you listen to him. We got to go, and you may not agree. We gotta go to therapy. I should be in therapy right now. My girl should be in therapy. We all come from generations and generations, and you can't motherfucker sit here and tell me when I'm going through at 70, I just realized, but listen to what I'm saying. No, let's be good, bro. It's not gonna get out of control. This is real shit.
yeah, no, for real. Sometimes I think, sometimes with male egos, we gotta get there. Like, it had, like, as long as like nobody drawing blood. Sometimes with male egos and having these tough talks, it's gonna get heated. Like, our egos, the way we talk is different. And it may seem unproductive, but sometimes, like, I don't know, sometimes men have to bump up against each other's chest. Sometimes it's a pissing contest, and I'm like, all right, this isn't going nowhere. But sometimes you gotta lock to trying to get that understanding. As long as they're, and on the other side, it'll be something good, better.
Bro, this real shit. I'm telling you, you can't love a queen. Some of these girls out here in Queens because their daddies wasn't there. If your daddy ain't there from 12 to 25, you going down a rabbit hole. Promiscuity, drugs. Gotta read more. Gotta stop getting so fucking defensive and read more, because I read. I know what the fuck I'm talking about because I'm living it. Until you meet a real motherfucking queen who had to figure out her trauma, you can't even learn how to love a black woman.
So here's one thing.
That's what we got to start.
Here's one thing with
I wouldn't say that.
because I think I agree that you
But there's some
can't
truth
wait
to it.
until you know.
You gotta hold yourself accountable.
So
if you figure it out.
Hold on. Because here's
If you figure it out, bro.
But you gotta let other people talk. Hold on.
No, it's all good. That's why I can't do this, bro.
I got you.
I'm on
You can,
but
you
you
can,
You can do this.
The arguments are important. This is how black men talk to each other. So I want to make sure. This is what I want to make sure we're framing properly, because at a lot of the time we think, because you're talking about your privilege and your power and how you use it. A lot of time we've been
The part early. Oh, Jay Fonzo.
taught our power is how we control a situation, and we try to control that situation by dominating it, by shutting other people down, by overpowering.
I met Jay Alfonso, dope dude. I met him during Woody McLean's love stream.
Monogamy, just to be real, is not.
I should have had more conversations though.
The end all be all. That's not the best. It's the only way. It's not the only way to live, and it's not just men or women. It's literally there are other ways to be, and so some people value monogamy more. That doesn't doesn't mean that you have sin and you dead and you evil if you haven't been. But the problem is, most of the time, the way that we're living is by telling somebody that we are monogamous when we're not. Hold on. That's lying.
But let's
hold on.
Bro.
So that's dishonesty.
We can't talk about monogamy. No, we gotta talk about.
I'm not arguing with you. I'm agreeing with you. Hold on.
Men are not. First of all, this is not our culture. And Africa is polygamy.
No.
Men it's not monogamous biologically.
There is some polygamy there.
Some people do believe that monogamy is the most healthy thing.
97% of married men cheat, bro.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's
85% of married women cheat. Nobody is being monogamous.
We've also been taught to lie, and we've also been taught to dominate and control. So I think there are other perspectives here that are valuable in holding that stuff accountable, because we were talking about how to hold each other accountable in this,
Can I
right?
add something to that?
In talking about trusting black women and loving black women, how do we hold each other accountable in that? How do we make promises that we can keep? How do we say that, make sure that we're surrounding each other with people who are going to check us when we're wrong, right? And how do we know that who knows what's right and what's wrong in that, right?
I think it's
even what I read, a lot of the time what we read is wrong.
Yeah.
A lot of the time
That's
the
true.
books that they give us to educate ourselves are wrong. So I do want to hear more perspectives on literally how to hold ourselves accountable in that. How do we're talking about trusting black women. How do we trust black women, right? You know what I'm saying? And what does that trust accountable to? What books, because a lot of the books that we're given in school are lies that tell us the opposite of how to trust black women. That tell us the opposite of how to hold each other accountable and make sure that we understand what is right and wrong and what
does
each
that
other's
mean?
perspectives are. So I love the energy of, I'm not afraid of the argument. I'm not afraid of the fight. But it does have to be, but I do want to make sure that we take it to a place where we come out here more powerful than we did when we came.
I think we gotta listen to Luke. Listen, I think we gotta listen to Luke. He's talking about therapy. No, this is what I'm saying.
We gonna get your t-shirt to say, listen to Luke.
In order for us to trust black women, we gotta fix ourselves. They gotta go fix themselves, and it starts with black people don't like to go to counseling. They need to go to fucking therapy. That's it.
Jay brought
You need
that
to go
up,
to
and
therapy.
I agree that we must talk, but I do also understand the value in us talking, our perspective.
We got that part, but how do we find solutions?
Well, the only thing is we're not gonna get to a solution because there is still something on the table. There's still something on the table, and we gotta.
What's on the table?
Your point of view, his point of
Start, Cliff.
What's on the table to me is how do we as black men?
You said listen to Luke.
No, but I'm just interjecting, bro. Y'all said interject.
Well, inject.
Listen, I'm saying, how do we help black women? I'm telling you.
Well, first we gotta help ourselves.
Right, but I'm saying is,
if we can't figure out, if we can't figure out what love really means, what love looks like to us, what love has been to us, what have we been taught about love?
We come from generations of no love.
Right, but does patriarchy come with accountability?
No, I think we gotta go back to
The definition of patriarchy is when we have systems of domination for men. Right now, I think we're not doing a good job of naming the system that literally incentivizes us to be on some fuck shit, or incentivizes us to always want to be dominated in power. But I think in our conversation right now as black people, a lot of times when you hear the word patriarchy, you think about the word patriarchy, you think about how we're taught in Christianity to be patriarchs. So a lot of us have a hard time thinking about leadership and thinking about how that leadership comes out in fucked up ways. I.e., I want to be a patriarch like Father Abraham, therefore patriarchy is good. Patriarchy is not good. The system of domination for women is not good. But a lot of us buy into that.
So I got a question I want to ask you.
What's your question?
How do we unlearn that? I think we unlearn that by listening to what he's saying.
About what specifically?
Therapy. So we can go understand all of it.
But listen,
Y'all gotta go. Let old man get it out.
Right now, we're talking about a system of power.
Right.
If you think interpersonally going to therapy is going to deconstruct the system of power, no.
I'm not saying that.
I don't think it will.
Right now, we're talking about trusted black women. There's a system I'm saying that goes against this.
Aspect to it.
Yes.
I'm not. Don't go to no white therapy.
No, but hold on. If we talking about therapy,
Let's talk about therapy.
this is therapy.
Yes.
Correct. This is therapeutic.
Right.
Us, looking like us.
Yes. Right.
Different ages, different experiences. Us. It's gonna be ugly. It's not gonna be cute.
It's not
we
gonna be
ain't
cute at all.
professional therapists or nothing, but we are listening.
Okay, listen, hold on.
And I think that's the point where we
We
got
have to stay there.
Right here is just
gotta
listen.
Stay there.
Listen and find and wait for it. Cause sometimes it's just the listening. I think that's the whole part of this whole thing. Cause we don't listen because we live in this space of feeling like we know everything. And we are not the smartest people in the room.
I think it goes a step further than that. I think we're too ashamed to admit when we're wrong. And so,
Yes.
when trust, I'm gonna say something. Tressie, oh Lord, Tressie Cottom, credible writer, sociologist. She says we are smarter when we listen to black women, not because all black women are right, but because all black women deserve to be heard.
That is
right?
so true.
And when we're so caught up in the process of listening is love. That's how we love black women, by listening to them, right? Again, everything they said isn't necessarily right, but they do deserve to be heard.
So let me address that.
Hold on, let me finish.
Same for us. I think everything we say, we need to be heard, but not everything.
Dismantle
A lot of the things we say are not right.
We're leading with, hold on, let me finish, brother. We're leading with listening. And if we lead with listening, that means we're not listening so that we can respond. We're listening, just listening to understand, which means you might have to ask another question. If you speak, it is to ask another question,
And not censor yourself.
so you can get more information from the source.
Okay. And so I started out
really quick with that patriarchy, because we keep saying patriarchy and you were saying without centering yourself, and I think that's really important, because I wouldn't know. I'll just be real. If me being young nigga in the street, I wouldn't be like. I wouldn't say young, but when I was, I'm not saying now. I understand what it is now, but I'm saying when I was, I wouldn't hear somebody talk about dismantling patriarchy and be even attracted to the conversation or even know what that means, right? And so what I would like you to go a little bit deeper into what does that even mean? Because for me, the way I'm thinking about it is the way that we've been taught wrong about our power. That we are supposed to, that we have some sort of privilege in certain, in some situations, that we have a little bit more power than somebody else, and that we abuse that power. We use that power to try to control the situation in our favor, when we should be listening to other people, when we should be honoring their existence and centering their freedom, their liberation. You know what I'm saying? So what their experience. So what does that mean to y'all? What does that even mean to dismantle patriarchy? What is that? Why is it harmful? And I'm not putting that necessarily on you, but whoever wants to.
Can I go?
What does that mean? Yeah.
So when someone comes to you and they already know what you possess as a person, like, for example, like a lot of doctors. Once I feel like a lot of black men get higher education, a lot of people want to get treated like a bitch. That's the truth. Like, more accolades, get treated like a bitch. Like, you want, like,
Take care of me.
Yes, take care of me. Like, or like, like I'm the prize. I'm the prize.
You talking about when you become rich and famous.
You don't even got to be rich and famous. It could be you going like for 12 years in academia.
That language,
I'm trying to understand you.
What?
like treated like a bitch.
That's how they want to be treated. Some men want to be treated like that.
But think about the
That's
way
relative
that
to
you're saying
patriarchy.
that, and what we're talking about now
That's
is centering like black women and their experiences, and even the saying treated like.
I'm not making that connection. Bitch to me is subservient. Men can be bitches. Women can, like I shouldn't say that.
But you're a man.
Yeah, but
so you being called a bitch is not the same as a woman being called a bitch, especially a black woman being called a bitch.
I feel like the black women that listen to this, they're gonna know what I'm talking about. They're gonna know what I'm talking about.
And this is what I was saying to earlier. Like,
Important. I hear what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I get it. What I think that it's important that we talk about all of it.
Yes.
So this is what I'm saying. So like, we're speaking in this way. This is how the dismantling happens. Because the language and how we say things is very important,
Sure.
and that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So like, I'm not saying like don't say it, because I say bitch all the time. Like that's not what I'm saying at all. But it's essentially about when we're talking about the systems of power, and when we talk about dismantling patriarchy, and we talk about masculinity and what that means and what that looks like to us. And I can say even to y'all as someone as cis men, because my perspective of it is going to be completely different from how you all experienced it, having come from a different place. So like, when growing up, I have two brothers, and the way my father taught my two brothers what it would be to be what it meant to be a man, and how to show up, and what masculinity meant, it was always domination, it's power, it's strength, And it was never really like protection, not softness. So I wanted to combat the idea that being a good man, a man is being like or men are natural protectors or natural providers. I don't think that's the case at all. Men are not. You can't be a natural protector and provider when you are the one that's causing harm.
Right. Yeah.
So what are you
That's
you're
true.
protecting? So you say you're protecting women.
You said that so eloquently.
You're saying
so simple too. He said it the way I was trying to say it.
No, you're protecting
How are you a protector if you're the one causing harm? How are you a provider?
Then he be doing this motherfucking hands like this, like I'm gonna fuck you up.
So that is largely how we
I like Cliff.
wrong.
And then we
I like
about
her.
masculinity.
See what I'm talking about? See what I mean? Like you have to get through the argument. You have to not be able to. You cannot walk away from conflict, and then once you get on the other side, boom. So how they dapped it up. Like, look, that's how that's how conversation works. That's how these tough talks work.
And young boys.
I think we on to something here.
Yeah.
I think we on to something.
What masculinity is, it's always an antithesis to femininity. And
Exactly
womanhood.
right.
So then it's just like, oh, to be a man and to be strong and to show up means you don't be like a woman. So being a woman is less than. It's always going to be down.
So let's go back to what we were talking about the table. Listen.
Right.
What I was trying to say to you is this.
I think
Out of everybody in this motherfucking room, I'm 70 years old. My mother committed suicide when I was 4. My father was a dysfunctional alcoholic. I'm just learning. Like you said, I think when you learn, you gotta do better.
Yeah.
So now I'm trying to do better. So we talking about trusting black women, because that's why the fuck I'm here.
Right.
And I don't like doing this kind of shit.
Right.
Because my brain is on another level, because I live with the boss. I live with a queen who's a boss, that if you saw me, and I'm just saying this, and that's why I got emotional, because I'm living it right now. Every 18 seconds, a woman gets beaten in this country by a man. When a woman is killed, it's by the domestic partner. So it's a lot of things that y'all are talking about that's true, that in order for us as black and Latino men, or you Latin?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm half Latin.
Head ass.
I'm just saying.
No, but I'm just saying, what I'm saying, nobody at this table is wrong. In order to love black women, we gotta figure out where we are as men and how to get away from what you said, that patriarchal kind of bullshit that we've been taught. Like your dad, be nice to everybody else, but got his thumb on your mother's head. That's not love.
So what happens when you come to a woman that you don't see as a queen?
Okay,
real fast. Right now, we just got done doing the No Kings rally, right? Talking about kings, talking about Donald Trump. You see what I'm saying? We keep on talking about a queen, it automatically places a hierarchy. So what do you do to the women you see as peasants, and or what do you do when a man does not see your woman as a queen?
Okay,
I think that's a part of the issue.
Real quick.
Wait. So I think that there was something really important that you bringing up and that you bringing up when we're talking about a.
I need a drink.
When we're talking, well, here you go.
We gonna take one.
I stopped drinking for a year. I stopped drinking for a year. I need a goddamn drink.
So I think there's something really important. How do we understand who taught us how to have power, how to exercise our power?
Let's
go.
This is what I was saying, guys. Listen, try to hear me. I hate to sound like the grandfather, but I am. Is when you meet a woman who maybe has gone through trauma and has come out of that trauma and has fixed herself in terms of her tone and respect to a man, and she's gentle, she disarms you. But if you never seen that, you don't even know how to react to it. And in the beginning, when I met my girl, I was so fucking mean, and I was tough, and I was all out there, and I was all over the place, and I was disrespectful, and whether it's dopamine or oxytocin, I put all that shit in her face, and I crushed her. This really happened. And I called my partner, and one of my partners was a thug. He said, fix it. My other partner said, when you hurt someone, where you leave them is where they stay. If we talk about being here to trust black women, we cannot trust black women unless every man that I know, and I'm still struggling with being monogamous in the streets because I'm well known, is we gotta start with, I believe, therapy, or at least reading and going into ourselves, holding ourselves accountable, and say, yeah,
I think you have to go into
the
yourself.
first thing, what am I calling my buddy? I said, man, she had my phone for a fucking month. He said, nigga, just don't say you did it.
We gotta meet people where they are. Sometimes I think you're saying reading. Reading is not the only important thing because a lot of people
didn't say
can. No, I'm
reading.
saying
I said-
people can read and not really.
Everybody's taking every fucking thing I said. Hold on, bro.
Nobody's
Hold
taking
on,
anything. I'm not saying that.
Stop
Listen,
taking the shit that I'm saying out of context, bro.
I'm explaining a concept.
You talking about reading? I'm saying reading is a myriad of shit you got.
All right, but let him
That's
let him
not
say
what
his
I'm even going to.
perspective real quick.
People read and don't understand what they're reading. You just said that your woman, your black queen, she's a queen to you, and essentially you kind of alluded to the reason that she was a black queen to you was because she was gentle to you and was able to make you feel like, oh, I can open up and feel safe.
That's not what I said.
That's not what you said.
No, I said what I was trying to say. She's held me accountable.
Held you accountable.
And forced me, man.
You didn't in a soft way that made you able to do it.
Boy, he just like my damn daddy.
Walk the fuck out of here.
We right here with you.
Okay? But I'm saying, in order for us to trust, if this is about fucking trusting black women, then you gotta be able to let your woman hold you accountable when you do patriarchal shit.
You agree?
Right.
And when you come
that.
from the
Right.
streets, that's almost impossible. Because we grew up, like you said, fuck that bitch. It's just so complicated. And in order for you to grow, even at 50, and I agree with you, you have to take yourself accountable. But when y'all bring me in this motherfucker, I'm living this. The main theme is trusting
And they're
black
not.
women, but how do we get ourselves as men fixed to be able to love them the way they need to be
Well,
loved?
that's the beauty of this conversation because we won't get to that. That's the beauty of this exercise that has been created here and that will continue on because it can't be figured out in this round table. But we
Talking about part two.
We are taking the steps.
I got you.
This is we are right now, currently, right now, everybody in this room, harmoniously trying to lay this one brick to create more foundation that we can build on to be able to have a place of trust that black women feel like they can come into this space with us. That we will listen and we will sit here and be gentle with ourselves. That we don't understand. That I don't understand what's being said. I think somebody's hearing me wrong. Somebody's saying wrong. Somebody's talking over me. Something's happening to me. These are all things that don't allow women to come and open up to us because we are ready to play football every goddamn time.
Definitely.
Right now, we gotta. So that's why we gotta have our space to ourselves. A man has to have his space to himself.
It's patriarchal.
Patriarchal.
Can I ask a question to
Right?
you? Yeah. People are living in broken marriage is not working in this culture. 3 out of 5 marriages end in divorce. So people are living in fear inside of their own homes. So the question I'm asking is for guys who straight from the hood. Is it possible for those guys to sit in here with us and hear us? And
being from the streets, I spent 2 years of my life locked up fighting 2 life sentences. It took a woman, and going back to what you were saying as well about how we as men got to stop relying on women. Women are natural nurturers and providers.
That's true.
A woman to show me love, to say, this ain't how you do this. And my first mindset, being from the street, bitch, who you talking to? That's what I was thinking. There you go. But I had to understand, it's 2 parts to that. You either want to be a better person, or you can accept what you think is right. And so once she educated me on certain things and said, no, baby, we don't do it like this. You need to go to therapy. You need to do it. It was a lot of things that I felt like I should have been combative about, but I wasn't because I know I told God and say, I need answers. My answers ain't always gonna come through a man.
For sure.
I was taught to believe that it did because a man should raise a man. But a woman is nurturing and caring, and if she cares about herself, she cares about her counterpart.
And
it's up to us to listen, to accept. We don't have to.
And this goes back, call back over to his first question. What were you before you got married, before your wife, you had kids? Did you think about women? I can totally understand growing up from the streets, like being tough, throwing that B word around and just like, who the fuck you talking to? Like, thinking they gonna try you or do something to you. And then you realize that it's one of those things you need to I don't want to say unlearn. You need to learn something new, a new way to handle it. You can that would help me get through the streets and help me get through the struggle and survival. That is not gonna help me thrive for relationship, and that is not going to help me tear down the patriarchal system. I had to learn another way. I had to learn to go to therapy. I had to learn to go within myself. And there's a myriad of things at different levels, and depending on where you are, you're going to have to come through it. Come to it in the manner that is suitable for your growth. But a lot of them is very similar.
90% of the time,
Like I just talked in circles today.
You can say, I accept, I receive what you're saying. You don't interrupt, you don't defend yourself. These are all.
I got a question.
Oh, that's hard not to defend yourself because I be right down like, who the fuck you talking?
I get you. I get it. But I'm just making sure everybody get heard. All right.
No, it's not.
It is hard. It's hard because as a man, I know what I want to do, but I also know I'm trying to break a system that God is helping me break because I have to unlearn what I thought was right. And her doing it, and not only that, even going into becoming monogamous. Naturally, it's not instinctually something I want to do. However, I do understand the game of life to know that this is chess and you can't cheat. As a key, which I am, my key only goes for one lock. I can't unlock every house. So I have to protect my home. As beautiful it is outside, it's the same way inside. So because of that, I can't trick myself out of position thinking that when I'm so focused on this, I'm focused on this. My kids, my woman, I don't have time to kind of step out and be like, I gotta come on. She ain't always gonna be, it's a distraction. And as a man, I'm trying to win this game of chess. I can't do it, but I need to feel that lust. I need to feel that because I know I'm built to overcome these obstacles that are set in my way to make me go off course.
I have a genuine question for you. When you say you don't naturally have an inclination towards monogamy, what does that mean to you? I want to clarify the question because you're like wanting to be in a monogamous relationship that is important to you and for your partner. So when you're out in the streets, what is it that you feel where you're fighting in order to remain in a monogamous relationship?
So for me personally, I don't put myself in a situation where I don't with it no more. I don't go out to the club. Okay. I don't hang around women. It's discipline. I got discipline, and this discipline is what discipline. The reward for being disciplined is that
my wife ran a strip program, and I'm put up. That's how I put it. Like I don't.
So if I know
that's not me saying putting shackles on my feet and handcuffs on my hands.
That's what I'm saying. So when you
it's because it's discipline and I trust the process.
What was it that you're like, yo, fuck my girl, I want to be with this girl right now?
Because one, like you said, it's the lack of validation that I thought I needed, because the things that made me feel like a man was that post nut. That post nut made me feel wanted because it started as a child. As we become adults, we don't understand you grow. The inside of you is always that child seeking that validation, that satisfaction of whatever didn't go right in life. That's what it was for me. So I learned that in therapy. I had to learn to discipline myself. I can't put myself in situations where that natural feeling, because if we only ask these questions when it comes to human race. We don't ask why lions go around fucking. We don't ask why monkeys go around fucking. The man is always allowed to go around and procreate in other animal kingdoms. But when it comes to us, instead of sitting there saying it's like men or dogs, that's all we know. But nobody gets to the bottom of why do men feel this way that they have to go and do this? And maybe that's just their natural being. But as a man, you still have to learn to discipline yourself, and you can't run with it just because that's how you feel. I might feel like killing somebody. That don't mean I won't go to jail. And it's repercussions. So once you understand how to love yourself and understand karma doesn't always come back in the form of a woman cheating on you because you cheated on her. You may have been able to get a position and make more money, or because you cheated, you tricked yourself out of a position that you just didn't know what to come about. So it's necessary.
I don't necessarily agree that there's a natural order to men or women being monogamous or polyamorous or polygamous or whatever. I do think that that's a social construct. But at the end of the day, it is about the responsibility that you hold when you know you're going to have sex with somebody. What's going to come out of that, right? And in that, a lot of the time, it is children, right? And are you going to be able to take care of that child? Are you subjecting another human to some harm?
That's
you know what I'm saying? And in our society right now, we got to think about the danger, especially we in Georgia right now. In my home state, Texas, you got abortion bans. And what does that mean for that woman now to make that decision for herself, to be able to make that decision for herself, to be able to care for herself and that child? So I do want to go back a little bit to when we're thinking about trusting Black women and the origins around the abortion bans and painting Black women as more prone to whatever, like justifying abortion bans by our behavior.
I hate to say it, but I'm for abortions if a woman believes that that's the right thing because it's her body.
Why do you hate to say that? I think
I don't hate to say that.
From the other standpoint of people saying like you're killing something, this thing doesn't have a thought process, and we're going straight to the embryo, the baby, and not worrying about the carrier.
Right.
By thinking like, nah, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Everybody's not making a choice of abortion based off of the fact I don't want to do this or I was being irresponsible.
Of course, respect that actually, because we in the Bible Belt.
Yeah.
You from Atlanta?
I grew up in the
from
Bible
Texas.
Belt.
A lot of the conversation around abortion usually comes from this perspective of Christianity and murder and abortion equaling murder. And for me, this being coming from, I got a master's degree in adult and higher education and in human relations. And I learned a lot about how the abolitionist movement got hijacked by the abortion movement. So a lot of them started taking different symbols in history from the abolition of slavery and literally started making Black folks buy into these anti-abortion type shits. Monica was talking about how there was this very popularized notion that the most dangerous place for a Black baby is in the womb. And a lot of folks pick that shit up. So right now, as consciously, and I've been around a lot of other conscious folks, a lot of people still believe that, you know, the biggest threat to Black babies is abortion. And it's like, hey, where that came from. And I think it's important to talk about reading history. It's like, hey, when you do the genealogy and you start connecting the dots, it was a white person that wants your Black ass to still be on the plantation. And or feel like you should never be reminded of that. They the one that gave you this. So a lot of times we think about abortion, especially down south, where it makes a Dixon line. We all thinking about it in terms of, but it's murder. It's like, motherfucker, to me, it's like the down south, there is a disconnect between policy and how we have infrastructure in terms of, okay, the baby out now. I was born on food stamps and HUD. If I didn't have food stamps and HUD, consciously would not be here. So in Georgia or Texas, you want to take that away. You're forcing people to have children, and you're not giving them any type of resource or opportunity afterwards.
Right.
I would say that is not reproductive justice or freedom, but I also would say that's a part of it. And I think that is the part of things that we forget about when it comes to talk about abortion. It's like, okay, you want to force people to have children. Well, Black women die at alarming rates when they have children. You want to force them to have kids? What unique policy or method do you have to account for this unique thing for women being forced to have children and they die in alarming rates? You don't have that? Well, I don't think you're really pro-life then. I think you like pro-birth. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's not necessarily, you don't give a damn. And I think that's what we got to grapple with. Like, hey, do not start thumping that goddamn Bible now.
No. Yeah, it's pro-life when it's about birth, but it's not pro-life when it's about
the care after.
The care after, or let's just take pregnancy after. It's not pro-life when it's about people living in conditions that allow them to thrive. Definitely. It's not pro-life when somebody gets shot by police. It's not pro-life. It's all of a sudden, like, so when we say pro-life,
or school shootings, Palestine,
like,
or you know
what do we? I say like pro-life is not about life. Like, what are we talking about? Like, we understand white people are becoming the minority, making these laws. It helps encourage white women to keep having babies so white people can still be white, so white people can still be in power.
All while Black women are the most criminalized. It's crazy to me. It's like we have so many policies that's passed throughout this country that is like literally criminalize abortion, which we know, we can say it's a table. All races have abortions, right? We all agree with that, right? We can also acknowledge that Black women are disproportionately criminalized for going after said reproductive, you know what I'm saying, freedom and justice. So it's like there's still something unique about Black women, and this is why I'm at the table. I wore a short. I wore this shirt. I'm in Houston. I wore a shirt. It say trust Black women. A nigga tried to play me and it pissed me off, and it's on my mind right now. So I wanted this. He said, "What about the women that lie? What about the Black women that lie?" So I had to just propose it to him like, "Hey fam, if I told you trust all Black people, and your response is, what about the niggas that lie? Would you see the obvious issue in that?"
What do you say?
Condom. So I was able to benefit from the doubt. But the fact he said kinda let me know, like, yeah, bro, so you're trying to use the worst example of a woman to say this is why we shouldn't trust women. It's the same exact thing that white folks do. Let me find the worst example of a nigga and say this is why we shouldn't trust niggas. It's like if you do that with trust women, then you're acting like a white
That's
supremacist.
true.
So I want to just put that in there. How folks don't even say that.
Luke, can I ask you a question real quick? So, and I don't mean to put you on the spot. So a lot of what we've been talking about has been like pro-abortion, and sometimes like people who you did acknowledge that you were adopted. Sometimes that's like a very touchy subject with people who are, and like you're somebody, I mean, literally you have a craft to touch so many people. So, I mean, it's something that you know what I'm trying to say. If your mother had chose that, you know, so like, how, does that put you in like a weird position of how you view abortion?
Absolutely. Yes. But also, I'm still whatever she needs. I'm still that type of person. Obviously, I don't want to be aborted, right?
Right. I like how they brought that question.
I'm not the one having the baby. I'm not the one having this life or death experience. You know what I mean? Yeah. It just is. I watched my girl have my child. It was beautiful, but it was the most scariest shit I've ever experienced in my life to this day. I can't fathom what she was thinking about in this moment as I'm sitting here trying to be supportive, trying to just be present, trying to, in my mind, decide if I'm gonna watch her or am I not gonna watch her? Am I gonna, you know, all the things, you know, because this is once in a lifetime. This is my first child. Do I want to see her? Do I want to turn my head? It's like all these, and that's bullshit. Because what it came to was, no, I'm be present. Get out of your head, man. Fuck all that. Be present right here with her right now, with her and your child. Because when she stops breathing, he stops breathing. You understand? So right now, all this is, none of what you think about means nothing. Right now is everything about her.
Okay.
Right? So
I also wanna bring in that, you know, abortion is about being able to control your body. Like you were saying that earlier, the government shouldn't have any choice in that. It's when we're talking about someone birthing a child or not, right? And having that choice to do so, I want to take it back to when we were talking about the accountability around that, the ability to raise that child, the ability to protect your partner, the ability to protect that child doesn't just fall with the partner, and it doesn't just fall with the mama. It's the community and the environment around them to be able to parent somebody. It's the community and healthy resources around them, right? And how are we going to foster that? So when you're forced to have a kid, when you're forced to make a decision that you don't want to necessarily, right? You're not able to build the power of that community in the way that it should be. You're setting that it's abusive, right? You're saying that you have to come to whatever, like you said, they trying to cancel federal benefits, they trying to cancel any type of resource to help yourself. You're putting them in a position where they have to have an environment that's not going to be the healthiest, that's not going to build the most power. And so many people are going to have to take up that responsibility and that harm in that society, in that village, in that community. So while it is very much about like you and your partner's decision and who you have sex with, you know, that is a question around discipline and responsibility. I think we disconnected a lot of the time from all of the other people who are going to be affected and can actually foster that strong environment for that kid, or the decision to not have that kid, right?
When you talk about bodily autonomy, it's I think when we think about abortion, we're only thinking about, getting rid of a kid.
Right.
Like a lot of times, abortion is necessary to keep the mom from dying, right? And it's because the child is not even viable, and that's what the government is trying to control when they say things like a total abortion ban, where in cases of rape, incest, or in cases of extreme, like a health issue where there's going to be an issue or the mom's survival is at risk, then nothing should be allowed. So in that case, then you lose a child and then you lose the mom as well.
I've always hated any part of this aspect of this world, of this life, where we got to entertain somebody else's point of view of what I'm gonna do with my body or what a woman's gonna do with her body to keep herself alive. God brought us here, so naturally I got the right to fight. So whatever I gotta do, I'm gonna do. But now somebody telling me to live here, you gotta let me tell you whether you can fight or not fight. It ultimately, but ultimately, this entire situation doesn't care if you live or die.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not you. You feel me? Like it will. Let's say we all go along with this shit of like no abortion. All right, you got it. No abortion type shit or whatever. But somebody's gonna get abortion if they got enough money, if they got the right skin tone, if they got the right people that love them, right? But black, it's just like I hate that we gotta constantly go through this, entertain this bullshit because at the end of the day, fuck them. Yeah. You know, I just wish we could get past this stupid shit.
Yeah.
It's
rich,
boring.
You can afford the privacy. You can afford other means. If you're compromising the doctor's decision to make decisions about what to do during birth, you're compromising the community's decision.
Yes.
You compromising so many people's decision about what to do with their resources and their bodies by compromising this woman's and abusing the power over this woman's decision to do with what she needs to do with her body.
But that upholds, doing that upholds patriarchy.
Yeah.
Which, who said abolition? You were talking about abolition, abolitionist movement. Like sorry, I'm about to go in 30 different directions. Bring it back.
You good?
Bring it back.
We here.
Every civil right that ever existed started with abolition of black people. Because if you free black people, that means you got to free everybody.
Come on.
Right?
Of slavery.
Of slavery. Well, slavery is more, the abolition of slavery is not just about people working in fields. It is about white men being able to rape black women to make property to have more slaves.
That's true. That's what it's about.
To be about abolition means to be about the body autonomy of black women.
Come on.
Period. Period.
Come on.
So, period. And what we're fighting against naturally is that we're all the descendants of survivors.
Yes.
I'm gonna say it again.
Yeah.
We are the descendants of survivors. Self-preservation is in our blood. It's in our DNA.
Yeah.
So to go against self-preservation is technically to be insane.
Absolutely.
Technically. So what we're fighting is, okay, we are a people that are resilient, and our ability to endure is what has kept us going. But that can't quite work anymore if we want what we say we want.
For sure.
So how, I guess my question is, and we're not gonna figure it out right here at this table, right? And understanding that it's a destination. I'm sorry, it's not a destination, it's a journey. Understanding that it's a process. It's a planting a seed under which the tree will never maybe sit. Right, but it's like, we eating fruit off of trees that we didn't plant.
Right.
And so, how do we keep that going? How do we keep the ball in the air? How do we take this dialogue that we've had here, even the hard parts of it, and go, you know what? 30 days from now, like, he was right, and that's all that matters sometimes. Right? It's like,
hey, baby.
Like he couldn't admit in this moment, you know, but. Okay, I planted the seed. The seed was planted. How do we keep nurturing that? How do we keep this going outside of this, right? Like, and how do we? It's so hard.
I think we got to make patriarchy look not attractive.
Yes.
I think that
Right.
now our community is experiencing a red pill pipeline, a conservative alt-right pipeline that's really, really appealing to a lot of young black boys.
Yeah.
And I think that because they catching these, you know what I'm saying, boys, say 12, 13, 14, patriarchy and misogyny and sexism, that shit is really like, it turned them on.
Yes.
So by the time they get to our age, we seen as some simping, lame ass panderers.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So the issue is that we're
That's
not
true.
being intentional in this conversation
Yeah.
with how to get them young boys.
For
We're
sure.
focusing on our career.
For sure.
Them incel niggas,
Yeah.
the men that's patriarchs, that's into, you feel me, that's them, they really trying to be
They recruit.
intentional about getting the young boys. So I'm thinking about
They agree. They agree.
Pushing past the racism to get the it's wild because you think like, okay, these people, like you're talking about the alt-right pipeline, a lot of the people that have the podcast and they have the loudest voices right now, mostly cis white men, and they're looking past the racism and they're attracted to the patriarchy because it means power and domination.
What does that mean, real quick? Just because I love that everybody's talking about patriarchy and using the words, but what does that mean? Because I think what are the alt-right appealing to that makes people? Because they're not saying, hey, come to the patriarchy, everybody. It's great over here. You get what I'm saying?
You want to be a real man. Let me tell you what a real man is. Powerful, dominate. I'm gonna make more money than you. I'm gonna be able to control, and it's essentially that.
Man of the house, he makes the decisions. The woman sits there and listens. Ain't only two places in the world for a woman: in the kitchen and the bedroom. Type of mindset. That stupid shit.
So sorry, I
That's
grew around
true.
a lot of poor white people, working class white folks. Who, when Trump was coming in, I saw this coming a mile away. Because for them, there's a box that everybody gets to check in order to progress. Black people can check a box and progress a little bit. Queer people can check a box and progress a little bit, but there's no box for white people. And you're telling me I have a privilege that I've never seen before. That's their.
You're telling me I progressed.
So it's like, but everyone else is having power. I got to maintain power because it's about power.
It is
So how
about
do we either destabilize the ideology around power, or how do we shift?
It's things like this. It's owning our, I guess if you can, our patriarchy and redesigning what that looks like, right? Redesigning, like say myself as an artist. I'm a true believer in absolute love. You know what I mean? That's what that's my focus. I'm like Lionel Richie. That's where I get my shit from, right? You know, but I mean, like I do believe that is my purpose, right? To instill passion and romance and connection. And that's my way in doing that, rather than a space of whereas I get everybody's story is different. I've got that story too, but the thing I want to celebrate, the thing I would love for someone, a young man, whoever at my age when I first heard D'Angelo, to take from me is that what I took from D'Angelo was love and connection. What is groundedness in your spirituality, your indigenous history, just the overwhelming consciousness of your surroundings, your upbringing, chicken grease, and what you grew up in, the feeling of home, or your grandma, and understanding what the devil gives gifts to. You know, all of those things I got from certain beings that showed me a different idea of a man, right? And he was sexualized. Obviously, that's why he disappeared and all those things, right? But I mean, it's like using your tool, your gift, in order to shift. It's like we can sit and talk about all them dudes doing what they're doing, but they're doing it. It's happening right now in real time, and they're gathering motherfuckers as we speak. And those kids, they're speaking to those kids at that age, because those kids at that age are most susceptible, like I was when that music came to me, right? And they're horny as fuck. And you're talking about taking pussy. You're talking about getting it. You're talking about this is how I get it. This is how I get out of here. You're talking about all of the things that enables them to be a dirtbag. Right. And doesn't allow them to have a successful life where love is inside. And so therefore when they do meet the one, they don't know they met the one. And then when they do come up to a situation where they're about to be a father, they don't know what the fuck to do. And they turn into the wrong motherfuckers and listening to the wrong people, and they're not listening to her. They don't care. They just see her as the object of holding the nuisance that's holding my baby that didn't get rid of it, or whatever the fuck, you know. So it's like I think it's just more of this and more of us standing on business and what our beliefs are, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, piggybacking off of what everybody's saying, patriarchy is necessary. And the only reason why I said it's necessary is it helps keep their agenda going. After so long, we always start to figure things out. But now I got to change the glitch, because if I don't change the glitch, too many people going to catch on to the cycle and start to pivot. And then you're going to start coming together. But as long as I change it and I learn how to change it, me coming out of the music industry, you know, I came up doing what I thought was the way of success for a black man, until I had started understanding I started losing in the music game when I started I started giving a fuck about business because now I got kids to feed. So it's not making sense that I'm looking good with a diamond chain, bust down, driving a car that ain't even mine. So let's make it make sense so I can start. And that's when I had to really start understanding how purpose worked, because I had to understand these music business and these labels are not driven off of the music that we make. There's called passive and residual income. They're invested in prisons. They're invested in pharmaceuticals. It's necessary that they push and give people like NBA Youngboy the chains and the gleam and the money that they give them, because that's how we get the horny little brothers that we get to start early into going out the wrong way to where we don't trust black women. Because we're saying, what was that you were saying earlier, what Future say?
I tell the truth to my nigga, I lie to my bitch.
It's not supposed to be like that. We don't understand that these women are gods. But it's necessary that they had to set up like this. And that's why I feel like they're doing it in a smooth way of doing it, how they pushing the patriarchy, because it's necessary to keep their agenda going, because it's too late by the time we end up like Clinton, just figuring out. And by that time you be like, damn, I done already lived half my life. Why am I just now figuring this out? But it was necessary to happen to keep the family
Where the fuck you over?
Not let us grow.
I want to play you out.
I think this is incredible, and I wish I could have these conversations with y'all every day. But I
know
do
that's
think
right.
that a large thing with that we can close out and thinking about, because patriarchy, I think the biggest problem is that it centers men as the most powerful thing in existence that should be centered, and it teaches us, I think, the wrong definition of power.
Yes.
And it makes us center decisions that don't factor in the health of women, don't factor in the health of children, don't factor in the health of the community. And it makes us while we're looking at these men that are abusing their power and thinking that that's what power is, we don't realize they're making the whole community less healthy, that they're endangering other people and they're making themselves less powerful. And so I think one thing that we really want to emphasize here is that trust black women is really about trusting the most powerful being. You get what I'm saying?
Straight up.
Trusting the center of life, the center of power building, the center of care, the center of health, right? We want to make sure that women are able to make black women especially, are able to make their own decisions about their bodies, and that is what makes our community the healthiest it could be and the most powerful it could be. That's what makes men the most powerful that they can be, right? And when we disconnect our decisions from that, we disconnect ourselves from our power, right? So I think, I've learned from everything that y'all was saying today. Y'all baby got me hyped up, got my goose pimples on my shit. I was sweating under my pits a little bit for a second. You know what I mean? But I learned so much, and I think that this is the most important thing that we could do, is have these conversations on a consistent basis where we're holding each other accountable and saying shit like, well, you saying don't be a bitch, what do that mean? Right? You know what I'm saying? You saying,
what do you mean by that?
Yeah, what do you mean by that? When you talking about your power, when you talking about the decisions you're making, are you factoring in all of these people? Are you factoring in how it's making us healthier or more powerful in that regard? And listening to folks from all different types of backgrounds and experiences, ages, you know what I'm saying? I think is the most important thing, to center that power strategy, right? And that power building for our communities, and make us the healthiest and most powerful that we could be, so we could go and do the shit that we need to do.
I like how they put that. All right. I actually really like how they had to influence people from different like backgrounds, generations, and age groups, because it needed to be said. And hopefully, I don't think there's no love lost, but you need those things to be said to build and understand our power, how we can use it, and how we can use it in support of Black women, and not just tear them down. Now, having said all that, good old doodle knowledge stuff. I gotta get a little bit of Nig-Nog in there, if you know what I mean. Let's get it. Could have been love, episode 4.
But you watch me, but you just said you don't know me. Oh!
I thought about splitting this up and doing this on another day.
This week on Could Have Been Love.
How come she gets and I don't?
This episode of Could Have Been Love Season 2 is presented by Buffalo Wild
This is
home of the Pick 6 Meal for 2 from 1999.
oh, this is live. Imagine f***ing him and he denying you, huh? Loser.
Everybody trying to pile on top of me. I can't breathe. What we get $100,000 for? What we get that for what?
Why? Because I need it. These ain't made you no money on. I did for you. You my man for real?
Black Queens forever!
I don't think he can handle these some wild benches.
Hey, oh. We need more security. They want to kill her.
Could have been love.
Like, a lot of people in the industry know she a so they don't with her out in the public. They like pay her money to keep her quiet. Then when they don't pay her no more money, she goes on the internet and posts pictures of these niggas in her bed, naked, and they be married in relationships. She do everybody like that.
Clearly, I'm like the wave starter in this house, and I don't think Druski puts no respect on my name. I have no phone, no dick, I have nothing.
I didn't know who she was, but I found out real quick. She's a hoe. She's a groupie hoe. She be fucking and sucking for that cash, but honestly, who am I to judge? I do OnlyFans.
Are you really down for the cause when it's just me and you behind all the walls?
Ladies, congratulations for making it this far. It's been a long day, I know, but the night is still young. As you know, Druski is a worldwide sensation and celebrity. With that comes a lot. One of those things is he gets paid to go to the club. So tonight, you're gonna get to join him at the club. Please be on your best behavior.
Y'all know the f it is.
I hope we're going to the strip club. I'm ready to throw some ones.
Phone.
Pit bully. I don't forgot no voice because we turned to open that bitch last night.
See, y'all gotta even it out.
You're supposed to leave the strap at home, pit bully.
Y'all gotta even it out. Oh, everybody take a shot. Everybody take a shot. Everybody trying to pile on top of me. I can't breathe. I'm claustrophobic. Hey, hold on, because I smell something. I smell something. Hold up.
You good?
Not me over there leaning like somebody drunk over. What you smell?
I gotta find somewhere to throw up at. They all go in the hair. I'm going back here real quick.
Sir.
All these girls are thirsty. We acting so thirsty with all
Sir.
these guys.
What group? We was all
Sir.
on the bus together, and then he disappeared.
I got bad motion sickness. I don't feel right. I had to head back to the house.
Okay, it's f***ed up that Druski, we was all gonna go to the club together. We did get on the bus together, but he didn't even show up in the club.
Me likey and Snowflake kissing. Definitely Snowflake needs to go home. She been faking.
This me likey snuck out the club.
Yeah, we don't know where the that bitch went.
I could not find her. I literally looked everywhere.
Where'd she go?
Why you didn't do nothing when she was dancing? What's too much for her?
Where?
You was over one by all day.
Where? You stop. You stop. You stop. You stop. You stop. You didn't feel my hands?
I didn't feel
You
your
didn't feel
hands.
this?
I didn't feel your
hands.
You feel me gripping you?
They're too small for me.
You don't love Druski for real.
He said no, man.
I started off, he finished.
Druski said no, man.
I started off, he finished.
Like if you know that you're the smaller person and there are like bigger girls talking to you, just don't answer back.
Come on, I can use your whole body like a get out.
That's what it takes. You got what it takes. Baby, just
I mean, he only but
Thank God. Oh
can't
my God.
disrespect him.
A lot of steps.
Hey.
Dang, I kind of
Where's Miliki?
feel bad after watching what they talked about with black women because, like, I think this is the stuff that they're saying kind of recruit the key young boys young. And kind of, you know, but it's entertainment. Damn, I'm conflicted.
Second dick.
What is Miliki,
I'm gonna
bro?
be her ass.
What is Miliki?
Tell Druski I'm gonna be her ass.
What is Miliki, bro?
I feel disrespected.
Bro.
But Drew got me f***ed up.
I'm about
What
to
the
lose.
f***?
I'm about to lose my mind.
I get her dressed up.
No me, no likey.
No me likey.
We're all in the house waiting on you. And then you sneak off tonight with Miliki. Like, come on.
I know he fuck her. The last two bitches, PJ, he sent PJ home. Selena, oh, you didn't fuck me. And the first night. So if he ain't fucked them two bitches with a little body, what the fuck make you think he fucked a little toothpick?
So I'm gonna give him one more chance. I'm gonna sleep on it, bitch. I'm gonna sleep on it.
These guys are sleeping in a jail cell, but I'm sleeping in a big ass bed with a big ass cock.
Oh, I love it when you walk like that. I can't lie.
What do you mean by that?
Daddy, chill.
Come on, see
Night,
for a different
Druski
thing.
didn't enter the club, so Miliki let him enter Miliki.
Something these hoes are never gonna experience.
I hope that he know fucking, cause I'm gonna grab some scissors. I'm gonna cut that off. I'm tired of this shit. You guys don't know me yet.
I'm actively chasing a man, chasing other bitches.
Okay, I snuck into my room. So what? Whoop-de-doo.
Hmm.
Oh, wow. I have no words. Ella llegó aquí oliendo a leche, like she was sick of milk.
So me like you, some bitch, you pop that open?
Piss me off.
How come she gets and I don't?
Cause you snitch.
You get a cup of coffee,
He woke me up with coffee.
That's it.
He knows how to give a girl aftercare.
He woke me up with coffee.
Hey guys.
He woke me up with coffee.
You think I'm worried about a bitch without some
Really
motherfucking lips?
funny.
She don't even got no motherfucking lips. So if you did sleep with the bitch, I know that mouth wasn't hitting on shit.
So maybe y'all should go home if you don't want sloppy seconds.
And I'm gonna forgive him, but I have to f him tonight, and it's gonna happen tonight.
I just don't see Druski sticking his dick in. But I don't know his type.
So it wasn't me.
Are those yours? Or those? She said they were jumbos. Ooh, bitch. No, bitch. I know that wasn't no fucking fart.
Whose thick ass penis is this?
Probably yours.
We need a house meeting now. House meeting now. These bitches nasty, they not washing their cootie cats. Look at these fucking cheesed ass drawers. These oven baked ass, Ritz cracker filled ass, cottage cheese, blue cheese, crumbles. Who the fuck BV is this, bro?
Can't be mine.
They big booty
Jumbotron riches. I know that wasn't you, Jumbotron, was it?
What?
They trying to say them is your panties. If they is, it's cool.
They're not my panties. I got all my panties with me.
Funky coochie ass bitch. And you gonna try to lie and say that wasn't your shit. You pretty bitch, but you nasty, because them was definitely your motherfucking drawers. Don't do that.
I'm hungry.
You know Buffalo Wild Wings got that pick six.
I really can eat that myself, but keep going. And just cook.
Brother.
You can just go
Oh,
good.
this beat us dipping chicken. I told you.
2 days. Taste so sweet that I got toothaches. Fucking up the sweet, we've been woke 2 days. Oh, you my big girl.
Oh, thank God.
Ooh, no.
That was some big draws.
Okay. Oh!
Oh, that's right now. This is live. Why was you cheating on me last night?
What do you mean?
You was cheating?
No,
Yes
I
or
was
no? Tell
chilling.
me the truth.
Listen, last night I got sick.
Sick of what?
No, I'm just saying, like, I got sick. I went to the club, I was vibing with everybody on the bus, and as soon as I was about to get off the bus, I started feeling like I had to throw up. So
And
that's
who
why
took
it
care
felt
of
like
you? Who was your nurse, Druski?
I ain't have no nurse. That's what I'm saying. What you talking about?
You ate her pussy last night and fucked her. And she's wearing your shirt, Druski. You
She ain't
fucked
right
her?
about-
You know what? I expected you to cheat on me.
No,
That's not the
but-
problem. My problem with you is when we're on the private jet. Did I say, I want to join the Mile High Club. And you said it would be unfair to a contestant. And why did you fuck her and not me?
I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I'm gonna keep funking with you. I'm a grower, not a shower.
I told you his was little. I told you his was little.
Maybe she did suck it.
I told you the was little.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. What you heard, that's all conspiracy. All that stuff. That
Imagine fucking him and he denying you, huh? Loser. At least everybody I fucked always bragged about me, bitch. And nobody ever said they didn't fuck me.
I feel like even if we did, you got so much shit out there where you talk so much in the
Oh,
public.
what did you think me like you just did?
But see, she
I
not
told
known
everybody.
like you.
I told everybody if I fucked you, you wouldn't have known. I wouldn't
Wow.
have put your business out there. I only fuck over people for real if they try me first.
Okay, so all the dudes you said in those interviews that you
Yes,
fucked,
they
tried
fucked me over first.
You rubbing on his motherfucking leg?
You got a big like,
Hey, like I said,
I'm not even more mad.
listen, I'm a grower, not a shower.
That's fine.
ain't-
As long as it grows.
Well, I said right now, that you touch that motherfucker right now, you might not want it. You know what I'm saying?
Can I touch it?
All right, let's we'll talk later.
Okay, Daddy, I'm gonna listen to you. I'm gonna do whatever you
All
tell
right,
me
yeah,
to do.
go inside
But
and
no
take
more
them
fucking
hot-ass boots out.
no other.
I never confirmed
Until you
that.
fuck me.
I never confirmed none of that though. That's the thing.
Imagine fucking and he's denying you. Loser, bitch. Thanks.
Ain't you getting tired of getting beat up,
I'm
Selena?
not even mad because he didn't deny her. So I think when a man lies to you, he really cares about you. So he clearly is in love with me.
What in the
He did lie to
Delulu?
me straight to my face, but it's okay.
What in the Delulu?
That was good, bro. Chilling,
I
man.
know he was tired. I know he was doing all this other shit all day yesterday. So I had to hit him with a little feet rub. You know what I'm saying? Caress them toes a little bit. Make sure he good on his feet.
So you cater to your man.
I will. I cater to you.
Oh, okay.
I ain't never been with no man.
Nah, that's real.
Not for real.
Oh, so you new to that?
I am new to this.
The way you had that condom in your mouth last night, you was kind of scaring me, bro. You was scaring me, dog. You was on that bus with that condom in your mouth. Hey, be careful with that, bro. Yeah, these feet good, though.
Motherfuckers is big, though. Motherfuckers bigger than a motherfucker. Damn. Let me smell them.
I thought she was gonna suck him, and she kind of did kiss his feet. I don't know. That was just weird to me.
Listen, these motherfuckers trying to fuck on little CJ.
Oh, man. They said he got a normal person's dick. They said he got normal.
You know, you around here kissing big bitches and shit. That was crazy. That was wild.
Y'all is so mad he kissed me. Y'all don't have the juice like I do. That's why you bitches don't eat. You don't get a kiss. You don't get nothing.
You know, sometimes the ones, the fupas got a good personality and shit. Like at some point, you know, we could share a kiss or something, but like, I've been moving too fast. Like even after last night, I'm catching myself wilding with all that type of shit.
Wilding,
I'm
sure.
wilding, yeah.
You
like,
wilding for real.
I had a full day yesterday just kissing and fornicating. We just gotta slow it down.
Nah,
So today is about slowing it down and trying to figure shit out.
All right.
All right.
Little daddy.
Little
Chill,
daddy.
Little daddy. Man, Mister, man.
I am the best stud here. I don't have to say that. It was already spoken. So we just gonna see what's going on. We're just gonna see where we go from here.
Whoop the damn do.
Not the
Whoop-de-do. That ain't even on my level. Like, I could put them on. Show them how to do a little couple of tricks and how to get you laugh you out your drawers and shit. Ain't got a baby out your ass.
Okay, you done switched it up.
Yeah, I had to. They were trying to take my wig yesterday.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
You over here switching wigs every 2 seconds.
I got it like that.
How many wigs you brought?
5. I mean, I thought I was gonna have to give it up for your love.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I did. I was really.
I'm glad
feeling
she switched
really
out that other crunchy
melancholy
rig.
before I got in there, and it was just refreshing to actually sit down and talk with him.
You bipolar.
No, I'm myself.
Something up with the bitch. She got split personality disorder. sometimes she be seeming mad, and you look at her, she be smiling. She gets like an evil smile type thing. So I don't know. I can't really see past her eyes. Sometimes she be looking at me and look like she looking past me. I be scared with you, girl.
I ain't gonna hurt you. I don't want to hurt you.
I know that's good. Hey, they say girls who bipolar be the best. They always say that, bro. I know it is. I know it is.
I know my shit is precious.
Precious? How is it precious when you're showing it to everybody, bitch? You're showing it to everybody, bitch. Precious is crazy.
So you're not bipolar at all?
No.
There's no way, man.
There's no way. You know what it really is? I might be too smart for my own good.
Girl, what we talking about?
Right now, I'm just put it to you because it's just us up here. It's not that. You got some other shit going on. It's good though, because mental health is
important
the thing that everybody deal with in America.
She just touches.
Damn. Yeah. You hard like a rock. Yeah, you ain't got a.
Oh. That's bad. Because she's limbs in a fucking boots.
Girl, you crazy to the motherfucker. I swear to God, you nuts.
Thank you, boo.
Crazy bitch. What up, what up? Oh, you put one of them little fitness joints on. Yeah, let me do a 360. Go ahead, do that little 360.
Ain't talking about shit in the back.
Man, you got a lot of body on you.
Not Lululemon.
You're gonna have to spend a little investment on it, but get a little good doctor behind it or something.
No, she needs.
You gonna hook me up? I'll invest. I like to invest in my women. Because everybody ain't got natural ass. Yeah, we can't all have no ass. Yeah. I got a pinch butt. Ain't nobody tripping about that shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Eventually I'm gonna go to a doctor for it, but I got a little pinch butt, bro. I ain't tripping. What are you trying to pursue?
Well, right now I'm a registered nurse.
Yeah,
Yes.
you know what they say about RNs.
And I was a midnight ballerina too.
Oh, what's midnight ballerina?
Stripper.
Oh, you was a stripper?
I was looking at that ass like that.
Girl, put them paper plates down. Put them paper plates down.
I was with the man for 7 years.
Never cheated?
On him, no.
Oh, he cheated on you?
I used to only f with black men before him, and then somehow my dumb ass got with him.
Yeah.
And then
your dumb
now,
ass got with a white man, and then, you know what I mean,
now
fucked it all up.
Black only, baby.
With a brother, man.
That's what I'm trying to do with you.
Get with a nigga. You know what I'm saying?
I get with you, baby.
Yeah. Don't say that. I'm just saying, get with a nigga. Feel what I'm saying? You will?
Yeah.
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 Get with a brother.
Brother.
Brother. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Brother.
Brother.
Yeah. A little butter on that whole wheat bread.
Did you pick more on the rookie?
Yeah.
40. Line up.
Is it?
That's.
I do that. Kissing bitches and shit, like. And,
that whole situation with the whole kissing now is just some hoopla, man. You know that shit.
Was it?
It be AI. Like a lot of this shit be AI.
Yeah.
Hey!
Just be lying and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
You know, white girls, they got a tendency for that
they
too.
Do.
They get away with it.
Yeah, they get away
with it. They get away with it, yes.
And for a black man like you, I want you to stay far away from them, even if you don't pick me.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Power to our people.
Power to our
I ain't
people,
never
baby.
going.
I don't think he give a damn about our people. Playing in the snow.
Never.
But no, but
I will never go to a white chick ever.
Ever.
Black queens forever.
Okay,
I'm
so
calling
last
Dr.
night,
Umar.
Miliki,
I was drunk as f.
You was drunk.
I blacked out.
So she.
I blacked out, man. Can I?
Yes. You want to say you can kiss him
All
right
no,
now?
we ain't gonna do it not right now.
Oh, she just asked for a kiss and he said no.
Yeah. So
Hey, Billy, did you get a kiss yet?
cheers, baby. I don't just got titties, I got ass too.
Yeah, I seen that. I just seen that. Yeah, you ain't bullshit. You ain't got no drawers on. That's the thing.
I don't. Never. I knew I was coming to see you, so I didn't put on no panties.
Bill, be careful with that. You know, people get yeast infections from.
Okay, baby, I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna put some on.
What's up?
What up? What up?
Hi, puppy.
Robin, puppy.
Hi, puppy. Why are you hanging? Why are you hanging?
My bad.
Stop. Are my legs too heavy for you? The fuck?
Oh God! He's trying to smell it. He's trying to smell it. I told you, babe. That is tuna.
Who the fuck you were with last night?
No.
Yeah. Because I was trying to like double make sure. Because if I slap somebody, I know I'm gonna kill her. Last night, what happened last night? Come on.
Please, for God, yo.
Take care of you, puppy. I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna take care of you, baby.
Aww.
What did you do then?
No. What
do you do there? No, but what do you do there?
Mi invento.
You are literally like risking that life right now. What do you do there?
No.
You're bad. I'm not be liking that shit. Yeah, I'm here for you for real though.
No.
I like you though. See this?
Shit.
You gotta work out for me.
Right.
That's crazy, bro. I'm gonna have to train you.
Can you get that cramp right there?
Yeah, I can get that cramp in there. Look at that.
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, this is that pick 6 for 2 under $20 right here.
Let me see.
You want to dunk in that chicken? Like that? Yeah. It's oh shit. Hey, come on now.
And now she thinks she's special. Bitch, I had potato wedges, a double cheese, and a 10-piece.
Well, get inside so you can digest your food. Get that thigh out of that.
He just like scared of my height, but it doesn't matter, bro. We all the same height laying down.
You won't believe what happened last night.
What happened?
Druski took me home from the club and we f***ed.
No way. Oh my God.
She's just telling everybody, huh? Just telling
He's
it.
a massive
Really? Massive?
Massive. And I couldn't even come back in my clothes. I had to come back in a t-shirt. The walk of shame. The walk of shame.
Did they find no?
Yeah, I came back and told them all they were ready to beat my ass.
Oh my goodness. Can't believe you f***ed up.
Yeah.
Girl.
What they do?
I don't want to hang out with these hoes. I want to hang out with Druski.
I am a little bit nervous. Hopefully he does see that I am here for the right reasons. I can feel a connection between me and him. I really am kind of nervous for eliminations.
I did some years in juvenile. These need to go to jail ASAP. I'm still gonna win, and I'm still here in the game.
Still very horny. Hopefully we Strike 1, not fucking me. Strike 2, you f***ed her. Strike 3, I'm fucking all your friends raw.
I am a little nervous. While I'm sitting
Why is
here
her
at
body shaped like that?
next to these same bitches, musty ass, crusty, dusty ass who don't deserve to be here. I am confident of myself. I know that it's not time for me to go, so whatever is gonna happen is gonna happen.
If Druski doesn't pick me, I'm burning the fucking house down with all these in it.
These bitches ain't fucking with me. Fuck you. I'm gonna pull you by your motherfucking blonde hair and I'm gonna rag and tag you, Druski.
It's really scary going home. This is a blessing for all of us here.
I've been playing chess, not checkers. I'm seeing how this is moving and still staying true to myself at the same time. It's gonna be me.
I see how the universe is going for us. I know the universe does got us. We're lovers first, but we will fight for what we love for sure, and we've proved that.
He kissed me. What did you expect? I'm still here, I'm still in the motherfucking house, and I'm still gonna pop my shit, and I'm still gonna do my big one.
I don't want to go home. I don't know why these are here. The other girls are intimidated by it naturally because I don't have to fake it. I have exes from 10 years ago still hitting me up. You don't forget me.
They're scared, they're jealous. So I have confidence in myself, and I know I'm his favorite. At the end, he's mine anyway, so.
This season we have men looking for women, women looking for men, women who say they're men looking for cash.
They've been walking around begging, talking about, oh, I want to spend more time with you. I want to spend more time with you. I ain't got time. You gonna have to deal with it that don't got time. You want a nigga with money or you want a nigga that got time? You gotta pick your poison.
Ladies, congratulations on making it this far. You look as beautiful as ever.
You always say that.
Some of the hottest girls I've ever seen in my entire life. Congratulations. But unfortunately tonight is an elimination. With that being said, let's bring out Druski.
Oh, we already eliminating, okay.
Thank you.
That little ass jacket.
Druski,
Actually,
it's another elimination.
I like
How
that
do you
fit
feel?
though.
I feel good, man. I've grown to love a lot of these women.
Ah,
How could you not?
I don't know about love.
You definitely grown something.
See a hoe. I just don't even feel that she's here for Druski, neither for the money. She's just here for the
Bop. Nasty. Yuck. He don't need to wake up to that.
Selena's not my competition. She's a botched ass Barbie.
Ladies, obviously you know You're competing for Druski, and you're also competing for $100,000.
From Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah.
It's not from my pocket. Yeah.
You were like it's not from your pocket.
Yeah, no, it's not. No, it's not. It doesn't come from me.
But before we get rid of a few of you, let's get into the gossip box. This one says, "Me likey gave it up for no reason. No way that bitch winning the money. She just want a storyline. She Druski for the clout."
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I can second that. For sure.
I think me like he's.
Y'all know y'all wrong for doing that girl
I
like
think
that.
She gave it up way too easily.
This one says, you read this one.
Jumbotron big ass draws full of discharge.
Oh, those are not my draws. I don't know who even wrote that. Those are not my draws.
Well, somebody.
I'm gonna shut that down immediately.
Hey, come on, guys. Whose draws is this?
Oh, they smell.
We only supposed to put these. Hey, man.
They actually smell.
Who draws those
Those actually smell really bad.
That booty stank.
I don't think Druski knows, but rumors are going around that Matumbo's a tranny. She got a bulge for real.
You can Google it. You can Google that shit. You can Google that shit. You can Google my it's okay.
I will fight your ass. I will literally whoop your ass in the fucking ground. And I don't give a
She will. She gonna do it.
And you will feel it.
Hey, Coochie, the who the wrote that shit? Come on.
It wasn't me.
Who wrote that shit? Who wrote that shit? Come on. Yeah, I need that. Who wrote that shit?
Last night, I told you no more fighting. That was a test, and you guys failed. We want to bring back the fighting.
What? Oh, yeah. Who wrote that?
Fighting's back.
It'll be another fight today. Y'all all ops. Don't get it f***ed up. You keep fucking with me in that tone, man. I'll have a motherfucker find you in real life.
Let's get to the eliminations. Woo! Chips and salsa. One of you is going to be eliminated. One of you is going home tonight. So just think about that while I do the rest of these. If I call your name, you can come up and collect your rose. Me likey. Woo!
Don't worry.
First back in the house.
Me likey, why do you think you were chosen for a rose?
Because we
She's got a point. Yeah, get in the house.
Congratulations, me likey.
Smart girl.
Who's smart?
The next person who can come up and collect their rose that will be remaining in the competition.
But was it hitting on anything?
Mr. Man.
I'm not gonna lie, that's wild. I'm here because I want to get to know him. Outside of this, I am somebody. So I really want to have a relationship with him. And I told him, don't play with me this time.
Matumbo.
Tumbo. The Kimbe Mutombo.
I am confident of myself. I know that it's not time for me to go, so whatever is gonna happen is gonna happen.
The next lady who can come up and collect their rose.
Oh, Lord.
Congratulations to Jumbotron.
Oh,
Jumbo.
Okay. That's what I thought.
Woo!
That's what I thought.
Good God almighty, girl. I see it from the front.
I can't wait to explore this more.
Thank you, mama.
Congratulations. Well earned.
Don't look too hard.
Come up and collect your
Y'all
rose.
wrong for that.
Perks.
Perks.
Get the f out of my way. Hey.
Get them out the way. All right, no, yeah. All right.
These hoes need to pay attention.
Congrats, Perks.
Thank you.
Come up and collect your rose, and congratulations. Pit Bully.
Woo! Stand on all 10 toes. Yeah.
I'ma f you up. Ah, bitches! Ah! He the only nigga with a Druski.
Next person to come
The
up and collect
strap
their rose.
away.
Being up there, and it's just, I don't know. You think you know. All day you're like, yeah, this is great, I'm gonna be fine. And then you're sitting there. Nah, it's scary. And now you're looking around like, damn, one of us is going home.
Snowflake.
Ooh. Okay. Oh, thank you, Daddy. Oh, you smell good as
Lululemon.
Snowflake got a little personality, but she a little and that's coming from me.
Please come collect your rose. No English.
Woo!
Oh, the
Look a little
flowers.
Hawaiian tonight. Yeah. Elena captó 360. Yes, sí, se puede.
Sí se puede.
I know you ain't been understanding what's been going on much, but I think we still got a lot to see in the future.
Gracias.
Ay, gracias, amiga.
Nos vemos, amiga.
All these girls have a beef with me, but I have no beef with it. Like, I don't know.
Is it because it's unfair that there's two of us?
Yes.
We will figure it out. For Druski, we'll figure anything out.
All right, girls.
No, I will.
I have some good news for somebody. Milkshake.
Oh, Lord.
Milkshake. Come on, Milk. Come on, Milk.
You know I ain't going nowhere. I'm the life of the party, baby. So I'm so glad my man still decided to think about me and him.
Keep in mind, if you're voted out tonight, you have to walk the plank onto that tugboat until it drives off, until there's no more gas. Once you're off premises, we have nothing to do with you, and we don't, frankly, care what happens to you.
Oh, no, that's not.
Wait, that's not how
Come collect your rose.
insurance. I'd like to talk to you, sir.
Strap.
Cause I was gonna beat your motherfucking ass.
Woo!
I was gonna take this wig off and put my foot.
Why you keep switching it up, girl?
Cause that's what I do.
How you hide that dick so fast?
They ain't call me motherfucking Strap for nothing. Of course, I feel like I still want to be a girl's girl. Just getting mad because I'm a girl's girl. F you.
Strap keep going back and forth between this wig and these waves. I couldn't tell if that was Strap or Perk. Hey, man, where the hell you put that dick, bro?
The f you mean what's down there? Ain't no down there. I told you, nigga.
She playing both sides, man. You talking around here? We don't do that.
I know that makes me a hypocrite, you know what I'm saying? Because a bitch has been with a man, a bitch has been with a girl. You know, primarily women.
Where you put that dick at, bro? Oh, you be tucking.
Strap pack, strap pack.
2 roses left.
2? I'm sad.
Earth.
Yes? What? Oh, shit. Yeah. Why you play so much?
Earth, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but one of these roses is not for you.
Oh, thank God. Clap it up.
Damn.
Earth, it ain't like you been doing nothing. Looking at me with a side eye, it's like, girl, you ain't said shit. I want to give you the benefit of the doubt, but you ain't did nothing. You just tiptoeing around the subject you always talking about. I like. Come on, see, I don't got no time for that. You want that got money, you want with time. I said this already. Come on now, which one you gonna come now? We couldn't build a connection or a bond that I enjoyed, so this is the end of the road.
I hope you find what you're looking for.
Earth, please walk the plank.
I came here and I did what I was supposed to do. Shit. I don't f***ing know.
She didn't even seem like she cared.
Yeah, she didn't give a fuck.
I don't care about Druski or like the money or any of this shit anyway, you know.
There's 2 roses left, and we know that one of them will be eliminated. So that means that one of you will be eliminated.
Why, how did you come up with that calculation?
Well, it's simple fucking math.
How?
Well, I mean, we're picking one of the twins and the 2
Why?
of you.
They said that, I talked to them. They said they're a package
All right,
deal.
shut the fuck up. Goddamn. Sometimes I get out of character.
You were in the right.
Yeah.
Ladies, there's 4 of you. 2 of you are going home. 1 of you are going home, which means, Selena,
Why'd you say me?
which means
Which means they're going home.
one of them, which means
I cannot do that mathematician.
please come collect your rose. You're safe. Selena.
Just kidding.
My God.
I'm sorry. I like you though.
Oh my God.
Oh,
so
sorry.
Out of me.
I
can
accept.
fucking cry right now.
Well, you have no option. You stand.
Thank God.
I can fucking cry.
I would like to thank. I don't like you bitches together at all. Sayonara. I'm still in this motherfucking house. You really pissed me off. He's really trying me, and I don't understand our relationship right now. I think we're in an argument. I don't know.
I don't want to walk the plank. Can I walk somewhere else?
Nope. It's only the plank. It's the only option.
That's the only exit out of this house.
I fucking hate you.
So I kicked out, let me touch him. I mean, girl, you ain't let me touch him.
I'm not playing. I don't fuck with him at all.
You ain't let nobody feel up on it.
I would never be back to fight for Druski love ever, bitch.
I just wanted to caress her.
The plank's to the right.
You, Caleb. you with your nice ass ponytail.
Okay, ladies. We told you at the beginning of eliminations, one of you would be going home.
They better hope I don't go back in and set this off.
Hey man, would you shut the up back there? We're trying to do something with the twins.
I don't like fat niggas anyways.
Girl, you.
What you think I called you that name for? Whoop-de-doo. I sound like a slave.
You started this elimination by telling you one of you's going home. And we were telling the truth.
But I think I want to let you guys choose who will stay and who will leave.
In the end, both twins decided to leave the Could Have Been Love Villa.
We are twins, and at the end of the day, we do stick together.
It's gonna be up next time I see you, bitch.
Both of them left.
You Druski?
She came in his in her panties and his t-shirt.
Like, bitch, you're a hoe. You're not even together. Why are you mad?
Yeah, I know that's my man.
Should cook one of these little cute little white joints. Little green-eyed demon won't sleep with a fella. She won't nestle up with the boy.
So I'm not gonna lie, you my man for real?
Yeah. I'm fully charged. I'm ready to slap over this.
So hold on, all I got knew she him and do nothing. You really him?
Yeah, but I don't want to fight. Baby.
I feel bad for me, Likey. She ain't deserve that. She didn't even see it coming. See, white girls, they don't got their peripherals.
They don't.
Black women always got their eyes on. A lot of white women don't got peripherals. She didn't see that coming, duh.
Like,
That was coming. Like
don't sit here and tell me you this nigga. I ain't got a kiss or him. Don't, girl. Let me go. Where my shirt go? Oh, I just can't imagine you ate this Coachy.
I'm going home. No, I'm not gonna be terrorized by someone who's not even on the show.
If Bambi leaves, I'll stay.
But you're not staying otherwise.
No. Like, I'm not gonna have her tell everyone to run up on me. I'm not fighting anybody. I have class. I was raised right. I don't need to fight to have someone like me. Bambi did it because she's jealous, because she knows I stole her man. She's fucking ugly and fat, and her baby's not even cute. Yeah, I took
wait, what the fuck? The baby got to do with it, like.
Fuck you, Bambi, and fuck your baby.
I really don't even know why the bitch is still in the fucking house with us. Like, it's giving you're really jealous of me.
But I never talked about your child.
You don't have to. You said that's not Druski, baby. But you know,
everybody says that. No.
Hey, keep my daughter out your mouth.
Ain't nobody said nothing about your daughter.
She thought she was talking about her baby.
I was worried about her because she was worried about her baby because she was talking shit about her baby in the club. I was not talking shit about her. The bitch hates my fucking guts because she know that I be doing my big one.
Keep my baby out your mouth. Just put my baby in your mouth. But yes, it is. That's disrespect to me to say something about my child. Period. You don't know me. I don't know you. These ain't made you no money on.
None.
I did shit for you, and you just have to fucking kiss these bitches.
I don't give a f. It was a pair of Dollar Tree draws. Druski gonna give me everything he motherfucking got for this.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm ready to rumble today, man. Something gotta happen. And I think today is the day that I might as well just take out my wig and get cracking. That shit sweet when it comes to my motherfucking baby, bitch. I'm a mother. I want that. I need that. I had to have that.
To get her revenge, Bambi seeks help from an ally.
Me and my strap, we came in a pink that big ass. That's a big. I won't find that hoe on my own. On my mama, that hoe had to go.
The bitch just hit me out of nowhere. Like, what?
Man, cause I'm not no fighter. Like, I'll talk shit to you all day, but I'm not no fighter. That shit was so lame. But you know what I'm saying? I get this TV, we doing whatever. I don't take this shit to the heart, but bitch.
She clocked me dead in my face.
And like, why is she trying to
Scrap hit you with that prison yard fight.
You're making my women uncomfortable. And that's a problem. Now I'm gonna have to deal with you. You messing it up for all my women. All my women. It's just weird. Like,
no, that's not weird because you got bitches acting like me.
No, that's
no personalities. Like nobody here to compete with the fuck
That's unfair to the other girls.
No.
Why we get $100,000 for? What we get that for what?
What? Because I need it.
Upon Druski's request,
Yeah, we done.
Bambi was unwillingly escorted by security off the property due to her inability to stop attacking the contestants.
Mama, they're fighting. They're fighting. They're fighting. They're bringing their asses out.
The girls are fighting.
Yeah, girl, I see them too. They're showing their coochie too here.
You see what?
Girl, this is ghetto, bro. I don't know how I'm gonna survive this shit, bro. I'm way too cute for this shit. Come on. I didn't expect none of these. I miss you so much.
I miss you too. I was thinking about you. Oh my God, they better not be touching her.
Nobody's gonna touch me, Mom. I promise you. Nobody's gonna touch me. They cool with me.
Nobody
They cool
can
with me
touch
though,
you.
right?
They touch you. They got to bring the whole house.
I ain't not gonna
It's
quit.
you gonna need more than two
I'm
women.
gonna follow through and I'm just gonna go get my man, okay?
You may know her from her being pink, or maybe you know her from her booty being brown, but I know her from her sexy being red.
Baby, Druski got me at this motherfucking house. Baby, I want to watch. I want front row motherfucking seats. I don't think he can handle these hoes. These some wild benches. He ain't ready for these.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't all just about looks.
Exactly.
You know that, though.
You got a fight?
Yeah, I got a fight, man. You know my thing. Look at that. She over there barking. Yeah.
What's up, y'all?
Better, bitch. Oh,
what's up, y'all?
Yes.
Thanks, Queen.
Respectfully.
You know it.
I bet. Who up first? Let's get to it.
Okay, this Mr. Man.
Mr. Man, yeah.
I like that name.
What's up? What's up? And my voice gone.
I like raspy. I like raspy.
All the studs lost their voice.
Okay.
But I am Mr. Man. You know what I'm saying? I am her, him, and both of them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to tell you TJ like this. I said, get you a plan, what you want to info. Stick to the plan like you robbing your ghost. Run up some bands, they watching your growth. Strapping the pants, they rocking your bows. I don't want your heart, babe, I'm here for your throat. I'm her, I'm him, I'm both of them. I'm her, I'm him, I'm both of them.
Could you explain the lyrics to the song?
I feel like I'm both of them too. That's why I say I like your name, Mr. Man.
For sure.
Because I feel like I'm that too.
For sure. And it's
For
just
sure.
like that. Like,
For sure.
I'm a female. I know I was born a female.
Exactly.
I'm her. But when I'm saying I'm him, I'm saying that shit as a phrase because
you both
anybody can be him. You gotta feel like you the best
sure.
at what the fuck you do.
I give it an 8.
appreciate
I give it an 8 too. Okay, a real goddess.
Hello, baby.
We have a goddess.
So sexy. I've been listening to your music. I love, dog.
Period.
I've been shaking my ass to your music.
Damn, I like this outfit.
All they be talking about is talent. All I focus is about my man, you know? It's okay, it's okay. I can't believe and I broke. Get the down, bro.
Whoa.
But this
you
is
did
not
it
your
on
time.
Atlanta.
This ain't your time, bro.
Hold on.
Okay, yeah.
This ain't your time.
Okay.
Bro, this ain't your time.
You dropped your plantain.
No.
You dropped your plantain.
But
You
doing
dropped
right
your
now.
plantain, bitch.
You know what's my talent? This is my talent. Come on, get up.
See, she's not even strong.
Get up.
Don't, hey.
Get up. Come on, get the fuck up.
All right. Wait.
You ain't gonna be able to fight that, baby.
Okay.
You so bitch.
What the f y'all beefing for? You as skinny as a piece of paper. What the hell you gonna beef with a that's 6'8"?
Exactly.
322
Fight your weight class.
Who the f pick a fight with that?
Yes,
Hey. Oh, shit. Hey, hold up, y'all.
Them hoes was throwing paws, baby. I'm telling you.
It seemed like that just needed that.
My thumb is going for you, fucking.
It was like a bird fighting a mouse. Yes, stop!
That bird fighting a mouse.
Yes, okay, enough,
Y'all
guys.
ruining the fashion show, man. Hey, we might need another security. Oh.
I need to feel that shit. Hit me again, bitch. And get like King Kong on this bitch. No, not on my days, bitch.
Oh, shit. Yeah, never mind. I was going over there. Oh, shit. Hey.
Top of her.
I can't get the f out of me. Come on. Get the f out of me. First, come here, bro. Come here by yourself. With no security, come here, bro. Let me beat your ass, bro. Get the f out of me, bitch. Come here.
Druski, you need to go over there and do something.
We need to hire more security, for real. We need more security.
If Matumbo keeps beating up security, we're gonna have to get rid of her so that we can hire
Oh,
her as
appreciate the
security.
stretch. Yeah, I've been out.
She's knocking shit over like King Kong. You
Appreciate
fight
the
security,
stretch.
you got everybody scared of here. We gotta shut this place down, man.
You're embarrassing that from my f***ing friend.
This how y'all acting in front of the company?
Back to your room.
Really?
Come on. Get over there. Get it on. Hey, lock him up!
You guys better hire more security than bitch. No bitch is stupid enough to find me before. Why don't you f***ing let me whip her ass, bro? What you stopping me for? Come on, get the f up, bitch. America, I know I'm gonna get here. I'm gonna follow that to hell. I'm gonna go to whatever
Appreciate
show
the
you
stretch.
be at,
How you find the channel?
tour you be at, and I'm gonna go fucking fight your ass in every single one of them. Send me home because if I grab that bitch, I'm gonna
You should have
kill her.
fought your weight class,
But I get
really.
here tonight, bro.
They
I
might
don't
need to check
condone
on
fighting.
that bitch mad downstairs, y'all. I don't know. Listen, I would that hoe.
He gonna catch you. Oh, you have? Appreciate it. How long you been here? You been here since we was watching the earlier thing? This is like a big
Get the f out of me.
so
Get me out of this fucking house. They're gonna kill that bitch. I don't know what the fuck is gonna happen to me.
and y'all put liquor in her. Look at Pitbull. Pitbull is hiding in the bathroom.
What
Like,
you gonna do with her? We need more security.
Get me out of this.
Oh, this crazy.
Get the oh, now you hear me?
Oh, this crazy.
Let me saw her. Fuck out that bitch. Fuck out that bitch.
She done lost her damn mind out here.
Let me
you shouldn't have let her do that. Ad break. All right.
Let me saw her.
What? Well.
You're not gonna question me. Get out. Get out. Get out.
She gonna have problems.
But I promise you, I'm gonna get my league back. Let me saw her.
The main thing I always do, I like to calm them down.
You got to.
So see, so they have done that shit. See, when I get killed, yes, when I get killed, see, so they have done that shit. See, you know what was coming next? Let her fucking fight with the consequences of that shit. See that shit. Let her pay for that shit. See, attack me with
Oh
me.
wow.
Fucking like a brave bitch. Let her come back and be a brave bitch fighting me right now.
Yeah, we good. Come on. Okay, I stood on my tippy toes to give her a kiss. Whoop-de-doo. You got me.
Sometimes you gotta be like, mommy uppies,
Godzilla
mommy
around this
uppies.
piece, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I don't know how I'm gonna pay back for some of this shit that got broke tonight. I know that kiss meant the world to her. For real.
Tell us about the kiss.
I remember the kiss, but it was not the moment that I want to give her a kiss.
He trying to calm you down. That's why he had to give you a kiss.
You look like Superwoman.
I might have to whoop that hoe again.
Let's pray.
Yes, let's pray. Let's sit here and pray.
Let's pray. Let's bless.
That girl gonna get beat badly.
We need to do like some real smudging.
Oh, this is not gonna go right.
No, I'm not upset. I just need to teach a bitch a lesson.
At this point, I'm just getting ready to whoop hoes. Oh my God, y'all, let's go to the bus.
I don't think Hurt gonna make it to the bus.
She needs to feel this hand on her face.
While Mutombo was hoping for a rematch, she instead just missed the group headed to the club,
Okay.
leaving her home all alone.
I'm gonna kill that bitch. When I get her tonight, bro, I'm gonna follow that bitch.
Oh,
to hell.
she's simmering in it. She is simmering in
Next
it.
episode of Could Have Been Love.
I would definitely rate myself a baddie and a boss. Very excited to meet the girls.
Hey, welcome back. Welcome back.
I retired OnlyFans 2 years ago.
That's a great job. Yeah, you need to sell
Hey.
that ass. Yeah, I don't recommend that, but I do.
Who the freaky chocolate niggas downstairs?
I've never seen
Why does he have pimple stickers on his face?
Say hello to your mamacita.
What is your ideal type of guy that you like to date? Big.
You gonna join this shit or what? I ain't playing. You might get your ass on that chopping block.
Can't hold it in. Oh, bitch, oh, they can't hold it in.
It could have been love. And that is Could Have Been Love, episode 4.
Don't miss out. If you want more episodes like this every week, subscribe right now. Also, don't forget to like and comment who you want to be voted off the next episode.
Honestly, I'm just here for entertainment. I don't know what she thought she was gonna do. She was gonna get away with that hit. She didn't get away with it. I don't think the time gonna let that go. Hurt Mark gonna have to see by her. She keep jumping on like a spider monkey, but eventually she gonna catch her slipping without security and she ain't gonna be able to. She gonna run out of energy eventually. She not really landing no haymakers on Matumbo, and I think that she shouldn't have like went after somebody who not her weight class. I think it was wrong for him to say, let me touch him home because she ain't let him touch him. She's still trying to get to know you, and you over here effing with the white girls, and then you got the girls who I'm like, why did y'all bring back fighting? Some of them girls can't fight and they don't want to fight. Chat. It's just like that sometimes. Earlier, you know, I feel like that was so polarizing because earlier we were watching. Oh, okay, I get it. Earlier I was watching Black Men Trust Black Women Roundtable. So these two things I watched today or reacted to are polarizing, polar opposite. Like we just got through talking about like how we could dismantle the patriarchal power structures and how we can do better as men and support women, and how some of the alt-right and how some of the people are feeding to these young boys that are directly impacting women and making them unsafe. And then I feel like I watch Druski and I'm like, oh, I'm a part of the problem. It's entertainment, but this is probably what's programming these young minds to think that they think that that's how you can treat women, and that's crazy. Hey, shout out to Casanat. I love Casanat too. And I remember when Druski was on Casanat. What you been up to? Where you coming in from? Lydia? Lydia is a gamer. Oh, okay. That's what's up. Yeah. Ohio, okay. How's the weather right now in Ohio? You been gone for a minute, but you back on the jump off? Hopefully I can get you to, you know, convince you to follow the kid. It's pretty nice. Yomp. But nah, KC3, he's definitely dope. But I'm KC. And I'm dope too. To check me out. I stream Wednesdays, Fridays, Sundays. And if I have an event or I'm collabing with somebody, I'll pop up here and there. It's about 70 there. Okay. You a late night owl. It's probably like 10, 11 your time. Am I right? Y'all make sure y'all send one up for the kid because I got this major that I'm gonna work on soon. I'm excited. It's okay. I thought so. I was like, yeah, I was like, Ohio. I think it's on Eastern Standard Time. I'm from Georgia, so I know that's what time it is over there. But right now I'm in LA, living in LA. Catching the vibes, you know? Yes, Sirski. But y'all know what time it is. We gonna shine together, chat. I think it's a. I appreciate it. You did. You fell asleep and missed the segment, didn't I? Yeah, babe, you missed it. You missed it. That's all right. I got a segment for you. You know I'm coming for you, baby. I was just thinking about you. Oh, that's my heart. My bump check, bump check. I'll get you next time. I'll come snuggle up with you and we can watch it together, okay, baby? That's my wife, y'all. Shout out to Miss Pretty Plays. That's the link right there if y'all want to. I'm expecting father. That's the link right there if y'all want to get something on the baby. I need to update it because right now. And y'all make sure y'all check out my beautiful wife. She's amazing. Let's go over there.